JLP is Damian Young, 2,129. The JPP is Tricia Stewart Angus with 13 votes. See where
St. Andrew Eastern, Fable Williams, the first finance minister, has held on to the seat, making this her third consecutive win in St. Andrew Eastern. 6,824 by the DOJ's numbers to Patricia Duncan Sutherland, 6,386 with 100% of the boxes counted. Fable Williams has held on in St. Andrew Eastern.
Okay, let's, and just to make the point as well though, this is Patricia Duncan Sutherland's third loss. She ran twice in the Ugandan Southeast, yeah, and then has moved up to St. Andrew and not managed to take the seat. Okay, let's go again to Don Anderson. Don Anderson, tell us what you're seeing now. Not hearing you, Don.
I'm hearing you all right. Can you hear me?
Go right ahead. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
We're hearing you now, Don. Go ahead.
All right. Good night.
Tell us
hear
what
your
you're seeing.
Dion.
We're hearing you, Don. Can you... We need... Okay. Don, can you turn off your... Okay, let's sort that out and come back to Don, shall we? Let's go to St. Andrew Western. 7 boxes of 134. George, this is Tony Hilton, 37.99. To the JLP's Corey Dunkley, 26.65. And the JPP's Carla Francis Edie with 48 votes. Here's St. Andrew West Central, the PM's constituency. He is leading with 4,081 votes to the PNP's Paul Buchanan, 3,431 with 69 boxes of 105. St. Andrew East Central now. Here is the PNP's Dennis Gordon, 1,076. Leading the JLP's Davian Vassar, 899. Princess Ford of the JPP with 15. This is 19 out of 113. This
Peter Phillips' seat.
Okay, pretty sure that must have progressed since then. St. Andrew Southwestern, the PNP's Angela Brown Burke, 4844. The JLP's Maureen Lorne, 403. Antonia Wint of the JPP, 13 votes. And Jamar Watson has 8 votes. And here's St. Andrew Southern, the seat of the leader of the opposition. And this is 53 boxes of 86. 6,058 to the JLP's Carlton Allen, 374. Okay, not much mystery for that one either.
It's a final here.
Okay. First and final for St. Andrew Southeastern, Julian Robinson has retained the seat of the PNP with 5,418 votes to the JLP's Kevin Frith, 3,137, and Kemoy Lynch of the JPP picked up 34 votes. We're back, and yes, Emily had reported this a little bit early on that Fable Williams has retained St. Andrew Eastern.
Yes. It's close.
Yeah. So if you could stay in St. Andrew a little bit, because I think there's some update as well in other constituencies that we're watching. West Rural, we could have that in a moment. 70.7% of the votes counted there. Juliet Cuthbert Flynn is now leading with 5,778 over Joan Gordon Webley's 4,999. That's about 750 or more votes she's leading by in that constituency at the moment.
That's 97 boxes out of 140. Here's East Rural, seeing this one for the first time this evening. That's Juliet Holness, 22 boxes of 137. She leads with 1618 votes. To the PNP's Patrick Peterkin, 1,330. Kamisha Hendricks of the UIC, has 12 votes. Purchell Jackson of the JPP has 10. St. Andrew East Central. I think we saw this. Don't think we've moved on this one. Just 19 boxes out of 113. So a lot of times viewers, you see this, and the next time you see a completed result. All right, first time we're seeing this one. St. Andrew Northwestern, 78 boxes of 112. Dwayne Smith of the JLP, 4,353. Ethne Miller Simpson of the PNP, 3,189. Orlando Robinson of the JPP, 77 votes. We're going to take a break, and then when we come back, we continue with our results show. Stay tuned.
Alright peeps, welcome to the live. As I come on the live, tap the screen, like the video. Right, we are in a general election in Jamaica. With my peeps, JLP and PNP. My peeps, feel free to, cheer on which one of the party, if it's JLP or PNP. And we just pray that this election be a peaceful election, and may the best person win. Guys, like the live stream. Welcome each and everyone. Like the live stream wise. Just give us a minute. They will be back with some more result, my peeps. So they will be back with some result. Just give them some minutes, my peeps. Welcome each and everyone. So today is general election in Jamaica, my peeps. So they are currently on a break. They will be right back. Just give them a minute. Welcome each and everyone. Just give us a minute, please. So they have general election in Jamaica. PNP and JLP. Whichever party are carrying, we just pray for a safe election. No one get hurt, injured or anything. Guys are currently on a little break, so just give them some minutes. They will be right back, okay?
Welcome back to TVJ's live coverage of the 2025 elections, and it's one of those exciting exciting nights where things are changing by the minute. And let's go now to poster Don Anderson. Don, tell us what you're seeing here.
Hey, good night. Good night to all your viewers. First of all, I want to look at the whole question of the turnout. All during the day, it appeared as if we were going to get a pretty low turnout. I gather the turnout has been about 46-47%. You can correct me if it's not. Yes. I gather it's between 47% thereabout. So it has not reached where we thought it would, based on the data that we have said it would. But it's very much in line with what I anticipated it to be, because generally when we do polls and we ask persons about the likely turnout, it is always overstated by a couple percentage points. And therefore, we're not surprised that it is not 50%, but at some point during the day today, it didn't look like it would get to 45%. So I think this is not a bad number, but obviously is a cause for concern that we haven't topped 50% on this particular situation after really about a year and a half of canvassing, campaigning, polling, and what have you. So that's the first comment. The second comment is that it is turning out to be as competitive as I anticipated it to be. And I think we still have to watch a few more seats before we can declare the winner of this election. But it is, in fact, a very competitive election, and it is exactly how we anticipated it would be.
All right, thank you so much, Don. And in fact, Clifford is saying he's not giving up the ghost yet.
No, not yet. I think there's still enough room for movement.
No reason to, because the fat lady has a song.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Don. We'll check back in with you later. So, what gives you hope?
I think from what I'm hearing, is that many of our PDs haven't been counted as yet. So hopefully I don't be able to bring some pushers past.
Not hearing you, Clifford.
I was saying from what I'm hearing is that many of our PDs we haven't been counted as yet. So we're hoping that those will be counted as pushers past the edge. But I think there's still hope for the PNP this election. It'll be a very close one, as we're seeing, but there's still hope for us in this election.
Well, let's see what's happening at EOJ. Kelly Shaw?
Thank you so much, Dion. An exciting night indeed. I don't have an update in terms of the voter turnout, but what I can tell you is that there have been some changes on the board. We're seeing now where the Jamaica Labour Party is leading in 36 of the constituencies, while the People's National Party is leading in 27. Now again, the Jamaica Labour Party leading in 36 constituencies and the People's National Party leading in 27. Now we're seeing steady progress in terms of the counting, and earlier, Dion, we did mention that for St. Andrews Southeastern, 100% of the boxes have been completed, and in St. Andrew Eastern, 100% of the boxes completed as well. Now looking at some of the other constituencies, in Kingston East and Port Royal, 75% completed, and the People's National Party leading in that constituency. Now moving over to St. Ann Northeastern, and we're seeing where the Jamaica Labour Party is leading in that constituency, over 8,100 votes. The People's National Party, 5,873 votes. Again, we're still waiting in terms of the final update in some of the areas. We're seeing where some constituencies, for instance, Clarendon Southeastern, only 15% of the boxes counted so far. In St. Catherine Southeastern, 21% of the boxes counted. Dion, I'll continue to monitor what's happening here and provide you with the latest figures as they become available. It's back to you.
Thank you so much, Kelly Shaw. So JLP leading in 36 seats right now, PNP with 27. And Ron?
As I've been saying all night, we will win. We will win. We're looking good. We're looking good. Yes, we have lost some seats, yes. But you could see that Labour Party prepared for this moment. How we campaign throughout Jamaica, choosing Jamaica, sticking to the performance that we did. for the last 9 years.
Welcome each and
So
everyone to
how
the
we
live.
campaign is a result of what we're seeing today. There are some seats where you saw the energy, the PNP brought the energy, but on the day you see the Labour Party winning comfortably. And there is one in Kingston that could be a surprise tonight.
Would that be Central Kingston?
Yes, we're talking about Central Kingston.
Well, I figured it wouldn't have been Western Kingston, which we just saw declared for this one.
It's on the screen now. There
Okay,
you go.
there's Central Kingston, 75 boxes out of 80. Donovan Williams leading with 4,575 votes to Steve McGregor's 4,375. So that's about an 800 vote difference at this point with 5 boxes left to go.
Not 800. 190 something.
All right, I can't count. I need to give up
shade
trying
on
to
the
do math.
shade on the 200.
I need to give up trying to do math
Yes.
in my head.
But
Alright.
he won that seat by only 300 in the last election, and it
Yes.
seems to me that the early lead from Steve McGregor in the night, those boxes were probably coming from Allman Town, which is their stronger of the two divisions. So perhaps it's the Raytown boxes coming in now, but let's see what happens for the rest of the 5 or so that's outstanding.
East Kingston and Port Royal declared for Philip Paulwell of the PNP. And 77 votes there for the JPP candidate. Here's St. Andrew Western with Tony Hilton, 3,981 votes. To Corey Dunkley of the JLP, 2,673. Carla Francis Healy of the JPP, 48 votes. 72 boxes of 134. And here's Delroy Chuck in, I think this was already called for Delroy Chuck. So Stacey Knight, daughter of Katie Knight, first time outing. St. Andrew Southern called as well for Mark Golding of the PNP, defeating Carlton Allen of the JLP, who holds 645 votes. And we declared, this has been declared, all boxes counted for the PNP Julian Robinson. So let's see where we are going now. Here's North Central St. Andrew. The JLP's Delana Sivrite, 4,346 votes. To the PNP's Christopher Henry with 2,465, with 59 of 79 boxes declared.
That constituency will be having a new MP for the first time since 1980, I believe.
Yes.
Here's St. Thomas Eastern, 77 boxes of 128. The PNP's Yvonne Shaw, Rosemary Shaw, 4,356. To Michelle Charles, 3,912. Claudius Wong, 22 votes. Jovian Blair of the JPP, 13 votes. 77 boxes of 128.
Is this a seat you expected to hold on to, Mr. Walsh?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Eastern St. Thomas?
Yes, Eastern
Welcome each and everyone.
Parliament did some work out there. First time in many moves.
We also had there was a lot of discontentment in the seat though.
In every seat you're going to find that, in every seat, nothing is perfect.
Here's St. Thomas Western, 40 boxes of 163. The JLP's James Robertson, 1,899. Hubert Williams of the PNP, 1,703. Carleen Affleck of the JPP, 13 votes.
This is a seat we expect to win comfortably, and so far so good.
Yes.
Deputy leader of the Labour Party for Air Council 2, James Robertson.
So you may lose one in St. Thomas.
Let us watch. Yes, right now we're behind in that seat. But let us see how the night progresses.
Clarendon South West, 96 boxes out of 100. Lothan Cousins, 7,076 votes. Robert Chin of the JLP, 4,795. Dwayne Thomas, 40 of the JPP.
So we can call that one for Lothian Cousins.
Safe PNP
Yes.
seat.
And he's a really good MP, Lothian Cousins is.
Let's go over now to JLP headquarters, where Andrea Chisholm is on location.
Thank you, Dion. Things have gotten exciting here at the JLP headquarters. As you can hear, as the results
have at least 35 seats. So we have no other reason but to be at the headquarters to celebrate this coming victory. Third term is in.
And you, Aisha, I know you have your bell right there.
Third term, sir. Third term. Victory. Victory is ours. Feel nice, happy about everything.
Which constituency you voted today?
East. Kingston, St. Andrew.
And you?
The mother of the car, West Kingston. I'm right here.
And I'm pretty sure Desmond McKenzie will be winning back his seat.
No doubt about that.
So as the results come in, how are you feeling?
You know what? I'm actually feeling confident because the PNP numbers are not looking impressive as how we have started to have been for the last 12 months. So far the numbers are looking, Sergei is coming in the way how I would like it to come in.
And it's a family affair for you. You're here alone?
No, I'm here. I'm actually with two of my nephews and my little cousin.
What about you, Aisha?
With friends. I'm here with friends. Rest of them soon come.
All right, going back to ringing your bell. Sorry to interrupt you. Thank you very much, Renardo and Aisha. Dion, it's back to you in studio.
All right, thank you so very much for that, Andrea. And of course, we'll continue to touch base with the two headquarters as the night progresses. And we're going to be going to some more results. But let's take a break and we'll be back.
My peeps, they're on a 1 minute break, so welcome each and everyone to the live stream. As you know that Jamaica have a general election, my peeps. So in Jamaica have a general election now, my peeps, and it's really tight. Well, so far the JLP is celebrating already. You know, all the box is not yet counted, but so far the JLP is leading so far, my peeps. So stay tuned. If you're not yet subscribed to our channel, please do so and turn on the post notification bell, my peeps. And you can comment in the comment section where you're watching us from, and you can cheer on your party. Welcome each and everyone. Guys, stop the screen like the live stream. They will be back shortly. They take a 1 minute break. Welcome each and everyone. Welcome each and everyone. Just give them a minute. They'll be back shortly. So far the JLP is leading. So far all the boxes not yet counted, so they cannot fully celebrate as yet, you know. So stay tuned, my peeps, with us. And remember, if you're not yet subscribed to our channel, please do so now. Alright, they will be back shortly. You can tell us where you're watching us from and which party you are bringing. Welcome each and everyone. We're currently on a break. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you so much for staying with us for TVJ's live coverage of the 2025 elections, Vote 2025. And let me just remind you where we are, the latest information that we had in terms of who is leading in how many seats. First of all, in terms of confirmed seats, the national count, we have the JLP with 9, we have the PNP with 9. What we had heard from Kelisha, who is at the electoral office, the last time we touched base with her about 15 or so minutes ago, she had said the JLP was leading in 36, the PNP was leading in 27. And of course, as the results continue to come in, those numbers are going to be shifting and changing, and of course we're updating with you as we go along right here. There are a couple of seats we haven't seen for a little while. Ron was mentioning, for instance, East Portland.
Yes.
We haven't seen that. Bobby Montague's seat as well, I don't think we've seen in St. Mary for a little while.
Yes, we haven't seen the chairman.
Welcome each and everyone, guys.
I'm confident that
Like the live stream as you
victory
hinted.
there. This is a member of parliament who posts 10, 11,000 consistently, so he should be okay. Just in 2020, his numbers drop a bit.
Okay, here's Portland Eastern now. So we have 60 boxes out of 140. The PNP's Isaac Buchanan leading with 3,552. The JLP's Anne-Marie Vaz, 3,293. Tracy Ann Gillespie Harris of the Progressive Party with 19 votes. So this is with 61 boxes of 140 counted. I won't attempt a subtraction.
I know.
Here's Manchester Northeastern. The JLP is Audrey Marks with 5,003 votes. The PNP's Valentin Wint, 3,414. Clive Warren of the JPP, 18 votes and 68 boxes of 111. Clarendon Southeastern, we have the JLP's Pernell Charles Jr., 1,431. Sian Barneswell of the PNP, former mayor, 1,005. Sian Thomas of the JPP with 11 votes. That's pretty early still, 22 boxes out, 144.
Been like this for a while now.
Yeah, I think we've been stuck there. Earl, let me hand over to you for the
That's the old Bustamante and Hugh Shearer seat. Strong, yes, strong JLPC. Manchester Northwestern, 66 of 104 boxes. Michael Phillips continues to lead for the PNP, 4,258 to Damian Young of the JLP, 3,661. Tricia Stewart Angus of the JPP, 20 votes. Manchester Central, 117 of 139 boxes. Donovan Mitchell, 7,617 votes to the incumbent Rhoda Crawford, 7,335. It's tight, but it's getting close to the end.
Let's go back now to PNP headquarters with Dwayne.
No, big man.
Thank you so much. So the seat count is very close, and the actual votes in the constituencies are even closer. And as an indication of how close it is, these PNP supporters, they still believe that they can win. And in fact, if you ask them, they are winning. I'm joined now by two of these hundreds of PNP supporters who have gathered here at the party's headquarters, interestingly named Mr. Green, who is a People's National Party supporter. Mr. Green, what do you make of your party's performance so far? What do you make of your party's performance so far?
Well, it's very good. It's a good performance. And I think we can win this election tonight. Too early to call, but I think we can win it.
Why are you so confident?
Because if you look at the seats, they are very close. And the last election, they were like by 2010 and so on. So this time around, the PNP people have come out. Not so much like we don't want them to come out, but they come out. Understand? So I'm looking positively for the People's National Party to take it tonight.
I remember some of your fellow supporters and even some of the leaders in the party were saying that you could get around 38, 40 seats. It doesn't look like that will happen tonight. What are you predicting now?
Well, I'm predicting that 32, 31.
Oh, that would be very close. The interestingly named Mr. Green, who is a People's National Party supporter. I'm joined by a younger member of the People's National Party. Sir, remind me your name, please, and tell Jamaica what's your name.
Mr. Forbes. His name is Mr. Forbes.
Yes. So today we are here and marching on to victory. We are started Manchester, gathering it back, and we are moving forward. Progress, we are moving forward. It's a little bit close. Is it closer than you'd have wanted? Well, the race is not finished as yet. The fat lady has not yet seen. So we are here and waiting on the best to come. Do we have the fat lady's number? What is she telling you? Well, the fat lady is already calling me now, so I know it's victory. March with marching. Well, as soon as you get the results from the fat lady, I'm hoping you share it with me. As you can imagine, as I explained earlier, a party-like atmosphere here at the People's National Party's headquarters. These supporters, very, very confident. They are certain they're going to win it. I'll be here all night, as I told you, Dion. So it's back to you until then.
Thank you so much, and let's go to a break. We're back with more from our election results show, Vote 2025, in just a moment.
So welcome each and everyone. Welcome. They're currently on a 1 minute break. So give them a minute, and you will get more results of counting of ballots. As I know that we have a general election in Jamaica at the moment, and the JLP and the PNP, whatever team you're carrying, if it's JLP or PNP, feel free to drop it in the chat. Feel free to cheer on a team. So far it's a very close call, you understand. So far it's really tight right now, so no one can celebrate quite as yet, but we are going to be live straight through the night until all ballot has been counted. My peeps, remember, if you're not yet subscribed to our channel, please do so now. And if you're not yet like this live stream, go ahead and like the live stream, alright? And let us know where you're watching us from and which team you're carrying. So far I see some JLP people is cheering on their JLP, and if there are any PNP in the house, you can cheer on your PNP, of course. May the best team win, and we just pray for a better Jamaica, a leader that can lead Jamaica the right way. My peeps. So they're currently on a break now, my peeps, so just give them a minute. They'll be back shortly. So welcome each and everyone. Welcome each and everyone. Welcome everyone. As I come on the live, remember to like up the live stream. They will be back shortly in the next couple seconds, alright? So welcome each and everyone. If you're not yet subscribed to our channel, please do so from now, alright? And whatever team you're carrying, if it's JLP, PNP, go ahead, put it in the chat. It's a really tight call at the moment, so although the PNP and the JLP is celebrating, there is not a full update as yet, my peeps. So remember, if you're not yet subscribed to our channel, please do so. My peeps, welcome. Alright, just give them a couple more seconds. They're back right now, okay?
Thank you so much for staying with us for TVJ's live coverage of the 2025 elections, Vote 2025, and we're so happy to have you wherever you are whichever of our platforms you are listening or viewing this coverage on. Now, I think at this point, though, what we can say is that it's not going to be a landslide for either side, and I have to say I think that's good for the Parliament and good for democracy overall. Okay, here we go again. Earl, let me let you take this.
St. Elizabeth Southwest, one of the seats to watch. Floyd Green, the incumbent, is leading with 4,949 votes to Miranda Wellington of the PNP, 4,349. So he has a fairly comfortable lead at the moment in the context of that constituency. St. Elizabeth Southeastern, very close. Norman Scott of the PNP, 1,004 votes. The incumbent Franklin Witter, 991. And Raymond Dobbs of the JPP, he has 11 votes. Westmoreland Central, Dwayne Vaz seems to be headed back to Parliament, 7,547 to the incumbent George Wright, 6,074. Kathleen Greenwood has 31, she's from the JPP, and Don Foote, 29.
I'm seeing a message here from one of our reporters. We're hearing that ballot boxes were still coming in at the counting center in Trelawney just up to some minutes ago. We're told that there was heavy traffic. That's why we weren't seeing a lot. Go ahead.
Early days still in Westmoreland Western, but the JLP's Garfield James, a former PNP member, he has 50.5% to Ian Hales of the PNP, 48.6%. And Ian Hales is a former JLP member, so that's quite an interesting. Yeah. Gilbert James, 0.7%, 13 votes, and Bertland Madden of the JPP, 4 votes. Hanover Eastern, 58 of 99 boxes. Andrea Perkis of the PNP, 54%, that's 3,334, to Dave Brown, the incumbent of the JLP, 2,789. Craig Eubanks of the JPP, 19 votes. And Jordan Cunningham of the UIC, 9 votes. Hanover Western, Heather Miller Bennett of the PNP, 5,499. Tamika Davis, the incumbent of the JLP, 4,728. Leonard Sharp of the JPP, 51. That's 96 of 116 boxes. It seems the PNP might be on its way to retaking both Hanover seats. Portland Eastern, 96 boxes of 140. It's looking good for the PNP. Isaac Buchanan with 5,636 votes, and Marie Vaz of the JLP, she's the incumbent, 5,224. But there are many boxes to be counted yet. Portland Western, 74 of 104, and Darrell Vaz, the incumbent of the JLP, 4,164, to Doreen Campbell of the PNP, 3,350. Michael Aiken of the JPP, he has 12 votes.
And just to call our viewers and listeners' attention, call our viewers' attention and let our listeners know, if you look at a little icon at the bottom right-hand side of the screen, that's telling you the number of seats that have been completed and declared. So you're seeing there 11 for the JLP, 9 for the PNP. So of course, just to make the distinction, those are the ones that have been completed, as opposed to what we get when we go to Kalisha at EOJ, which is a broader look at who is leading.
In St. Anne Southwestern, it looks like order has been restored. Xavier Main of the JLP, he has 4,426. Danishka Williams of the PNP, 3,221. Clive Edwards of the JPP, 26 votes. So it's a comfortable lead at the moment for Xavier Main.
And speaking of Kalisha, let's go to her at EOJ.
Thank you so much, Dion. Just a quick update in terms of what we're seeing on our end here at the ECJ. So far, again, an update in terms of the lead so far. The Jamaica Labour Party leading in 34 seats. The People's National Party now leading in 29 seats. I know the last time we spoke, I said the JLP was leading in 36 seats and the PNP was leading in 27 seats. So we've seen a change now. JLP leading in 34 seats and the People's National Party leading in 29 seats. I also saw the final count for St. Catherine East Central, and I can say the Jamaica Labour Party won that. Party's Raymond Price going against the Jamaica Labour Party's Orlando Terlong, and that's one of the seats where the People's National Party has not won it. The only one that seat once since it was created, and the Jamaica Labour Party has won that seat twice since it was created in 2011. If you would move with me, I'm going. So we're here. I'm going to throw back to you until next time.
Okay, thank you so much for that update, Kalisha. Just to repeat for you, the JLP now leading in 34 seats, PNP leading in 29. And again, the icon at the bottom of the screen, the JLP has so far won 11 seats, the PNP has won 9. Okay, here's St. Ann Northwestern, the JLP's Crystal Lee now in front with 5,408 votes to the PNP's Gabriella Morris, 5,011, 93 boxes of 135.
Very, very tight in that seat. I just want to go back to Xavier main seat. Mr. Moxham said order has been restored. Hard-working member of parliament, also good organizer, so I'm not surprised by that.
Trelawney Northern on screen, 84 boxes of 146. The PNP's Wickham McNeil, 4,468 votes. The Tova Hamilton of the JLP, 4,132, 84 boxes of 146. And here's Trelawney South, 21 boxes of 96. The JLP's Marissa Dalrymple Philibert, 1,352. Paul Patmore of the PNP, 1,246. And we go now to St. James South. Haven't seen this for a bit, I think. 79 boxes of 110. The PNP's Nikisha Burchell, 4,471. The JLP's Homer Davis, 4,307. Leon Cunningham of the JPP has 12 votes. St. James West Central, 58 boxes of 106, so they're about halfway there. The JLP's Marley Malahoo Fort, the incumbent, 3,332. Andre Horton of the PNP, 2,921. Clifford Barnett, 13 votes. St. James East Central, 94 boxes of 117. Ed Bartlett of the JLP, 5,850. Rochelle Reed Knott of the PNP, 3,782. And we are moving on to, let's see, there's St. Thomas Eastern. Let's see, this is 105 boxes of 128. The PNP is Yvonne Shaw, 5,982. The JLP's Michelle Charles, the incumbent, 5,595. Claudius Wong has 28 votes. Jovian Blair of the JPP has 20.
I think Yvonne Rosemary Shaw used to be a member of the Jamaica Labour Party. I think she actually worked very closely with Dr. Michelle Charles's father, Pernell Charles Sr., for many years. And she was a former mayor in Morant Bay as well, right, Earl? Mm-hmm. Yes. And so she's putting up a fight, and it seems as if the JLP is going to lose one of the St. Thomas seats.
Here's the other one up there, St. Thomas Western, 105 of 163. James Robertson of the JLP, 5,443. The PNP's Hubert Williams, 4,806. Carleen Affleck of the JPP, 35 votes. And St. Catherine Southeastern, this is the one I think you've been saying we hadn't seen. This is about, not quite 50% there, 48 boxes of 135. Alfred Dawes of the PNP, 2,716. Robert Miller of the JLP, 2,617. No, go again, 2,615. Casey and Radcliffe of the JPP, 30 votes. I think this is literally the first time we've seen this
Yes,
one
we
all
have
night.
seen that one.
My count is a little bit
One
farther
second
than
for me.
this,
St. Catherine Northwestern, 83 boxes of 122. Damian Crawford of the PNP, 4,328. Newton Amos of the JLP, 3,598. Lloyd Smith has 12 votes of the JPP. We go to St. Andrew East Central, 63 boxes of 113. Dennis Gordon of the PNP, 3,301. Davian Bassel of the JLP, 2,774. Princess Ford of the JPP, 57. You are saying this is Peter Phillips'
Yes.
old constituency.
Young candidate, going well so far, going well. Mr. Bassel.
DK Duncan's constituency in another lifetime as well.
There's Juliet Holness, St. Andrew East Rural, 77 boxes of 137. She has 4,925 votes to the PNP's Patrick Peterkin, 4,545. Kamisha Hendricks, 29 votes of UIC. Purchell Jackson of the JPP, 23 votes.
Speaker of the House.
Former.
Yes.
I don't think we've seen this one for a while. St. Andrew West Rural, 124 boxes of 140. And the incumbent, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, with 7,152. To Joan Gordon Webley of the PNP, 6,213. George Roach of the JPP, 62 votes.
And only 16 boxes to go.
Earl, let me let you take over.
Manchester North Eastern, Audrey Marks of the PNP, 56%, 6,472 votes. To Valentin Wint of the PNP, 5,144. Clive Warren of the JPP, 30. That's a seat that was dominated by Audley Shaw for quite a while. And Manchester North Western, 83 of 104 boxes. Michael Phillips of the PNP, 5,625. Damian Young of the JLP, 4,521. Tricia Stewart Angus of the JPP, 28 votes. St. Elizabeth Southeastern, Norman Scott continues to lead, but is only 17 of 109 boxes. He has 1,004 votes to Franklin with a 991. Raymond Dobbs of the JPP, 11 votes. St. Catherine Eastern, Denise Daly of the PNP, 6,589. Dwight Peckup, or Pecou rather, of the JLP, 4,387. Lance Watson of the JPP, 74 votes. Clarendon Northern, Wavell Hines continues to lead there. It's 81 of 100 boxes, and he has 4,380 votes to Dwight Sibley's, the incumbent of the JLP. 4,303, Jody Lynn Casey Edwards of the JPP, 19 votes. Clarendon North Central, Robert Morgan seems to be headed to retaining that seat, 85 of 104 boxes, 4,527 votes for Robert Morgan, and R.J. Dixon, 3,406. Joy Johnson Roy, 24 votes, and she's from the JPP. And in Clarendon Southeastern, 25 boxes of 144, Pernell Charles Jr. continues to lead handily with 1,639 votes to Sian Barnswell, 1,132 votes. Sian Thomas of the JPP, 12 votes. St. Catherine Northwestern, Damian Crawford, 4,608 votes for the PNP, and Newton Amos for the JLP, 3,781. Lloyd Smith of the JPP, 13 votes, 89 boxes of 122. St. Mary's Southeastern, very close. Norman Dunn, the incumbents, 3,678. Christopher Brown of the PNP, 3,577. Mark Hutchinson of the JPP, 12 votes, 63 of 112 boxes. St. Mary's Central, Omar Newell of the PNP, 5,904 votes. Nathaniel Maraj of the JLP, 4,345. Rena Rose Cargill, 11 votes for the JPP, 85 of 105 boxes. That would be a hold for the PNP. St. Mary Western, Robert Montague, the incumbent, 3,641, doing very well against Omar Woodbine of the PNP, 5,683 votes. Chase Neal of the UIC, 22 votes, 99 of 147 boxes.
Chairman of the party is looking good. Yeah, he's looking really good.
And Kingston Central, 75 of 80 boxes. The incumbent, Donovan Williams, seeking to hold it for the JLP, 4,575 votes. Steve McGregor of the PNP, 4,377 votes. Garth Barnett of the UIC, 22 votes. Dwayne Smith in St. Andrew Northwestern, 4,402 votes to Ethelene Miller Simpson of the PNP, 3,293 votes. Orlando Robinson of the JPP, 79 votes, and that is 80 boxes of 112 counted.
Okay, let's just stick a pin, take a break, and we'll be back with much more results, all the latest, when we come back with our results show for 2025. Do stay with us.
Welcome each and everyone, welcome to the live. If you're not yet like this live stream, go ahead and like this live stream. If you're not yet subscribed to our channel, please do so. In this moment we take a 1 minute break, right? And as I know, Jamaica have a general election, JLP and PNP. At this moment, I see somebody asks who is leading or who is winning. Alright, so there is no winning quite as yet, right? The JLP is currently leading, but all the ballots is not yet counted, so we can't say who is fully winning at the moment, right, my peeps? So feel free to cheer on a team if it's PNP or JLP. Feel free to cheer on a team. They're currently on a 1 minute break, so give them some minutes. Soon as they come back, they will tell you some more information at the polling station. So guys, cheer on your team. Welcome each and everyone. Welcome. So guys, if you're not yet subscribed to our channel, please do so from now. Like up the video. We have 121 people. Guys, like up the video. Or like up the live stream. Alright. Welcome each and everyone. So we're currently on a break now. Just give us a couple more seconds. Less than a minute, my peeps. They'll be right back. So guys, what do you think about the general election? Who you think gonna win? You can put it in the comment section. Who you think gonna win and why you think them gonna win, right? Early on I hear somebody say that it better PNP win, right? If you are still here, I want to know why you think PNP should win. See, somebody else said shower labor, right? Why you think JLP should win? Let us know. I do not vote, but a PNP may say, alright then Smith. Alright then I hear you. But why you not vote? If you care PNP, right? You should have vote, man. What's stop you from vote? Anyway, that's how it go. Yeah, man. Some peeps, you can cheer on a team if you vote or not vote. It don't really matter. you know, and everybody believe in a voting, but you know, they always carry a team. So guys, they're currently on a 1 minute break. They will be coming up shortly, my peeps. So guys, you can put it in the comment section where you're watching us from, right? And who you think going to win this general election. Alright. So somebody said JLP. Alright then. There's any PNP in the house? Let me see PNP color them no man. Let me see some JLP color no man. Come on man, make it in the comment section pretty man. JLP and PNP, whatever um party you're carrying. Alright. Okay. So they are back. They are back with some more information, my peeps.
Thank you so much for staying with us for TVJ's live coverage of the 2025 elections, vote 2025.
Okay, I
And
think
let's go
Margot
first
then
of
should
all
win.
back to the
Okay.
electoral office, the EOJ, with Kalisha for an update.
Thank you, Dion. Now the race is heating up. Now earlier we saw the People's National Party leading in 30 seats and the Jamaica Labour Party leading in 33 seats. But now, from what I'm looking at on the chart again, the People's National Party is back to leading at 29 seats and the Jamaica Labour Party 34 seats. I'm going to move over to this chart to my right, and one of the constituencies we've been monitoring closely, Dion, that's Trelawney Northern. As you know, in the last general election, the Jamaica Labour Party won that seat. It was a surprise for many people because the Jamaica Labour Party had not won that seat in decades. And we're seeing now the People's National Party's Wickham McNeil leading in that constituency, 6,637 votes, to the Jamaica Labour Party's Tova Hamilton, 5,686 votes. Another constituency, Dion, that we have been monitoring closely, that's Manchester Central, where the Jamaica Labour Party won for the first time in decades in 2020. But what we're seeing now, well, it's still close in that constituency. Just 130 of the 139 boxes counted, and the Jamaica Labour Party is Rhoda Moy Crawford leading by 8,399 votes to the PNP's 8,314 votes. I'm going to ask the videographer to just come with me to the other screen I'm looking at right now. Going again to St. James Southern, another one we've been watching. We're seeing where the People's National Party has a slight lead in that constituency. The Nikisha Burchell leading their 5,870 votes to the former Mayor Homer Davis, 5,644 votes. Going now over to St. Thomas Eastern, and we're seeing where the People's National Party's Yvonne Shaw, she's leading by 6,600, well, her tally now is 6,604 votes to the incumbent, Dr. Michelle Charles, 6,177 votes. Another one that people have been watching, and many people are saying that it seems as if it is a surprise to them. We're seeing for Portland Eastern, the People's National Party is leading in that constituency. As many people know, the Jamaica Labour Party's Anne-Marie Vaz won that division, that constituency in 2020 after a 30-year drought for the Jamaica Labour Party, and Isaac Buchanan of the People's National Party is leading in that constituency, 96 of 140 boxes counted. Now, Dion, overall, we're seeing an 85.2% of the boxes completed, and I'll have some more updates for you as soon as they become available. But again, Dion, the race is heating up. It's back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Kalisha. And it certainly is, and you heard Kalisha there saying the numbers are continuing to shift from 3330 to back to 3429. And that East Portland seat, Irv, a quick comment on what we're seeing there.
Well, this one would be a bit of a shake-up. Many people expected Anne-Marie Vaz, the incumbent, to hold it fairly easily, but we did see that Isaac Buchanan was mounting a serious challenge. And so, bearing in mind that this has been historically a strong PNP seat, perhaps it should not be surprising that it is this competitive.
Yeah, it's a seat that PNP used to win by over 1,000 and then over 2,000 votes. So it was really because of Anne-Marie Vaz's ground operation why she was able to win the by-election and to hold on to it in 2020. 2020 was a misnomer. So what we're seeing now is a rebalancing of the scales. I expect at the end of tonight the entire western belt of the country to go back orange because it was never really a green space. So Westmoreland 3, we see Eastern Westmoreland going to Dayton Campbell by over 1,000, which is how they used to win there, except in 2020 when Luther Buchanan lost by 11. But Central,
So sorry to interrupt you, just to say this is another one that's now completed. The PNP's Richard Azan taking Clarendon Northwestern over the JLP's Warren Newby, with Azan having polled 6,989 votes to the JLP's Warren Newby 6,490. Kevin Palmer picked up some votes there. And here is Westmoreland Eastern. This is showing 121 of 123 votes. It's been given now to Dayton Campbell of the PNP, 7,434 votes over Daniel Lawrence's 5,556. Here's Westmoreland Central, 169 of 70. It's given now to Dwayne Vaz of the PNP back in Parliament with 9,869 over George Wright. 8,326, Kathleen Greenwood with 39 votes and Don Foot with 38. And Westmoreland Western Westmoreland now. This is 108 of 138. Ian Hales of the PNP 6,454. Garfield James of the JLP 4,820. Gilbert James 54. Bert Van Madden of the JPP 23 votes. Southwestern, 108 boxes of 138. This has Xavier Main, 5,069 votes over Denishka Williams of the PNP, 3,698. Clive Edwards, 28 votes, and that's 73 boxes of 105. And we have St. Anne Northwestern, 73 boxes of 105. Crystal Lee, the incumbent, holding on here at the moment with a lead with 7,346. Gabriella Morris, our first time out, 6,924. That's 10 boxes left to count in this constituency. Let's go now to the JLP headquarters.
it's turning into a party-like atmosphere here at the JLP headquarters, Dion. As you can see behind me, you will see that a number of JLP supporters are dancing, they're ringing their bells, they're playing one of their favorite anthems on the campaign trail, The Lord is My Shepherd. So that is the mood here at the moment. I'm now joined by another JLP supporter who is also dancing. Hi, good night. What's your name?
Newton Harris,
Why was it important for you to be here tonight?
to celebrate our victory.
Where did you vote?
I voted in St. Anne Northwestern for Crystal Lee.
So how is the trend looking for you based on what you've picked up so far?
Well, we always knew it would have been a close race, but we put in the work. Crystal has done phenomenally well in the one term. 2 years stolen by COVID, but she's done phenomenally well in terms of the infrastructure, the services, the roads, the health centers, all of the wonderful things that Crystal has done, the water projects with amazing stuff compared to what has gone before. So our constituency really has seen a difference.
All right, thank you so much.
Sorry?
Thank you so much. And know it's difficult to hear me. So that's the seat here at the JLP headquarters, John. Maybe I could just get another supporter. Can you talk to me? Hi, good night. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
What's your name?
Zachary.
Okay, I see you celebrating. You think you won?
Yes, I do. I'm very confident for the JLP.
It's not yet too early to declare.
Too early, that doesn't really mean much right now because we're confident we put in the work. We have the achievements to prove that we deserve the third term. So Dr. Holness will return as well as our MPs.
Thank you so much. Well, that's the mood here at the JLP headquarters, Leon. I'll check in with you a few moments later.
Thank you so much for that, Andrea. And yes, we'll continue to check in with you, and some more interesting results have been coming in. In fact, we are now seeing Clarendon Southeastern there with, okay, we moved on to St. Catherine Southwest. Okay, we are going thick and fast, aren't we? So St. Catherine Southwest, April Warmington. Here's St. Catherine Southern, Fitzjackson. And St. Catherine Central, Olivia Babsy Grange. So we're kind of moving fast through those. Okay, here we go. St. Elizabeth Southwestern, and as the Sainty boy in the room, Earl, you get to do the honors here. Read the next couple for me.
Floyd Green of the JLP, he's the incumbent, 9,044. Miranda Wellington of the PNP, 7,650. And the significance of this particular seat is that it always goes to the party that wins nationally. So that may be one of the reasons why there's celebration at JLP headquarters at the moment.
Yes.
Clarendon Southeastern, Pernell Charles Jr. of the JLP, 1,824. Sian Barnswell of the PNP, 1,284. And Sian Thomas of the JPP, 13 votes. That's 27 boxes of 144. Clarendon Northern, Wavell Hines, the cricketer, 5,623. To Dwight Sibley's of the JLP, 5,407. To the Lynn Casey Edwards of the JPP, 24 votes. That's 95 boxes of 104. Of 100 rather. St. Thomas Eastern, 114 of 128 boxes. Yvonne Shaw continues to lead, 6,597. And the incumbent, Michelle Charles of the JLP, 6,188. Claudius Wong is on 31. And Jovian Blair of the JPP, 26. St. Thomas Western, James Robertson, the incumbent, 6,836. Hubert Williams of the PNP, 5,696. And Caroline Affleck of the JPP, 39 votes. That's 125 of 163 votes. Boxes rather. St. Andrew West Central, the constituency of the Prime Minister, very, very tight. 87 boxes of 105. Paul Buchanan of the PNP is now leading, 4,867 votes to Andrew Holness, 4,762.
What you said, Earl?
Are you stunned?
You don't see one having a sip.
Manchester Northeastern. You have Audrey Marks of the JLP performing according to tradition there. 6,589 to Valentin Wint of the PNP, 5,207. And Clive Warren of the JPP has 30 votes. If we could go back to that West Central for a moment. The PNP used to dominate that in the days of Dudley Thompson and David Coore and A.J. Nicholson.
Yes. Yes.
So it's a 1% lead at the moment for Paul Buchanan.
If we could go to St. Elizabeth again, let's see what the other weather vane is saying. Southwest St. Elizabeth.
Wow. Norman Scott of the PNP, 1,004 votes. Franklin Witter, the incumbent from the JLP, 991, but it's only 17 of 109 boxes. Portland Eastern, 96 of 140 boxes. Isaac Buchanan of the PNP, 5,636. Anne-Marie Vaz, the incumbent of the JLP, 5,224. So it's a 4-point lead for Buchanan, and there are 23 votes for the JPP's Tracy Ann Gillespie Harris. I think we need to remind the listeners that we call out these figures because we also have listeners on radio.
Yes.
Yes. Trelawney Northern, Toba Hamilton has taken the lead now over Wickham McNeil, 6,826 to McNeil, 6,792, and it's 123 up 146 boxes. So we're seeing the finish line up ahead. And Marissa Dalrymple Philibert has restored order in Trelawney Southern, 1,787 to Paul Patmore, 1,486, that's 26 of 96 boxes though. St. Mary's Southeastern, Norman Dunn, the incumbent, he is being tracked very closely by Christopher Brown. So Norman Dunn has 5,235, Christopher Brown 5,112, and Mark Hutchinson has 20 votes for the JPP.
Yeah, my peeps, it's really tight.
St. Mary Western,
It's really tight.
continues to dominate there, 7,219 to Omar Woodbine, 6,398, and Chase Neal, 25 votes.
And this is another weather vane seat that indicates to the country as well what is likely to happen. Same
Yeah, my
for
peeps,
Southwest
welcome
St.
to
Elizabeth and the other one you
general
mentioned a
election
moment
in Jamaica.
before. So we will see how Mr. Woodbine fares.
And in St. Andrew East Central, Dennis Gordon of the PNP, he's now doing very well, 6,425 to Davion Vassell of the JLP, 3,949, and Princess Ford of the JPP, 82, 106 boxes up 113.
Okay, here's St. Andrew West Rural. This is 136 boxes out of 140. Juliet Cuthbert Flynn of the JLP, 7,909 votes. The PNP's Joan
Welcome each and everyone just coming in. So we're watching general election in Jamaica, my peeps.
Juliet Cuthbert Flynn. St. Andrew Northwestern, 101 of 112 boxes. Dwayne Smith of the JLP, 5,648. Ethne Miller Simpson, 4,124. Orlando Robinson of the JPP, 106. Here we are back in St. Andrew East Rural,
It's really
123
tight.
boxes of 137.
Tight race, my peeps. Tight
Juliet
race.
Holness, 8,445. Patrick Peterkin, 7,487. Kamisha Hendricks, 45 votes of the UIC. Purcell Jackson of the JPP, 35 votes. Eastern Portland, 130. Did we just read this? Has it moved?
That is, that's moved.
It has?
That's tightened.
Okay, 131 of 140 boxes. The PNP's Isaac Buchanan, 7,932. Anne-Marie Vaz of the JLP, 7,699. Portland West, this is nearly finished, and 102 of 104 boxes. The JLP's Darrell Val, 6,022 to the PNP's Doreen Campbell, 4,809. Michael Aiken of the JPP, 22 votes. St. James Central, 103 boxes of 104.
Yes, my peeps, welcome each and everyone.
This has gone to Heroy Clark now. 6,486. The PNP's Janice Allen, 4,620. Okay, and let's just take South and then we go to a break. St. James Southern. This is nearly completed. Just one box left to be counted. And Nikisha Burchell, 6,398. Homer Davis of the JLP, 6,211. Leon Cunningham.
Welcome,
of the
welcome, my
JPP,
people, welcome.
16 votes. Let's go to a break. We'll be back in a moment.
Really close one, my peeps. Really close one. So this election not going to win by a landslide at all. Going to be very close, my peeps. As I see, the JLP and the PNP is very close, my peeps. Yeah, man. Yeah, my peeps, welcome each and everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, so early on, I was asking you guys who you think's fit enough to win the election, and say somebody says um Mark Golden, you understand? Um but why you think Mark Golden do? I hear somebody said also that Andrew Holness. But tell me why you think is Andrew Holness, why you think is Mark Golden, you know? I'm nervous. The JLP need to win this. Wow. Alright, so far the JLP is leading just by a little bit, right? It's not much for get too excited about. It's really sticky at this moment. So guys, they are currently on a break right now, you know. So just give them at least 1 minute. So at this moment, it's really sticky. At this moment, it's really tight. JLP can just celebrate now. PNP can just celebrate now because the ballots them is not yet finished counted. You know, some peeps, it's really a close one. It's not gonna win. This election not gonna win by a landslide just like that. Everything is very close at this moment. Yeah, my peeps. So welcome each and every one. You can let us know where you are watching us from. Do not worry, guys. JLP will win the election. Mighty God. Alright, Benjamin. So guys, let us know if it's PNP or JLP you are carrying. Put it in the chat. Right now it's been so far a really tight one, so we can't celebrate if a PNP or if a JLP at this moment. But just keep your fingers crossed from whatever you're carrying, whosoever you're carrying. Keep your fingers crossed, and I just hope and pray that whosoever win this general election, I want them to make sure they have a vision concerning Jamaica, because we want somebody that can run the country the right and proper way. So whosoever gonna win this general election, we just want God to just give them wisdom, knowledge and understanding to run the country. JLP has to win. Whether it's gonna be hard to move forward. Yes man, it's gonna be hard to move forward for true. Okay, Benjamin, I hear you, Benjamin. Alright, my peeps. So there isn't a PNP in the building. Me not hear nobody talk about no PNP. What's going on?
We got a statement from Flo a little while ago, so in case you've been having problems, Flo Jamaica has reported what they're calling a severe act of vandalism, which they say has disrupted internet, landline and TV services for numerous customers in the areas of St. Catherine, Maypen and Mandeville. And they said the section of fiber cable that was damaged was had protective concrete slabs and sealed manholes. Those were breached, and the company is restoring, they said, working to restore as quickly as possible. They said they're also condemning the act which has taken place, as you know, on election day. So if you're having difficulties, that might be the cause. All right, let's just look at what's happening here in St. Catherine, East Central. Let's see, this is completed. The JLP's Alando Terrelong has retained his seat with 6,364 votes. Raymond Price of the PNP polling 5,379 votes. Let's go now to Jamila Maitland, who is in the constituency.
I'm on the Newlands Main Road in St. Catherine, East Central, where Jamaica Labour Party voters are in high celebration mood. Now, TV at a shop right now is the main attraction, and that's because they're watching the live results right now. Crowds of people just swarming around the TV, trying to see what's happening with their member of parliament. Now, by the latest data that I had, Alanda Terlang was comfortably winning, and I just saw now from their TV that he was declared the winner. So as you can hear in the background, lots of excitement here on the Newlands Main Road. I am going to call in Jamaica Labour Party supporter right now, Kimmy. Kimmy's joining us. You're live on TVJ News. Tell us, how are you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling so excited right now for my nice team MP because me I tell you, him work. We're talking about funeral. We're talking about niner. We're talking about graduation. We're talking about assistant. Him tell you can put in your pot and get every Thursday be assistant. We're talking about education. Him dead there. We're talking about all people. Him dead there. One turn long. Cross the board. We're talking about your house burn down. Him dead there. 9-night funeral. Him dead there. Oh God, man. But feel so excited for my MP. One turn long, never two. Think of a nice system MP. Show Labour right.
Alright, so that was Kimmy here on the Newlands Main Road. We are in St. Catherine East Central, where Alanda Terlang was declared the winner by the preliminary results. He is now the MP for the third time here in St. Catherine East Central, where he defeated Raymond Price, the PNP's Raymond Price, and there was an independent candidate from the JPP that is Cassian Radcliffe. I think her name is Cassian Radcliffe. So that did lots of excitement, as you can hear, and they are tuning in to TVJ News, getting the live updates here on what's happening on our results show. So there you have it. It's back to you in studio, Dion.
Thank you so much, Jamila. And of course, TVJ is exactly the place for you to get all your ongoing coverage of this election. Let's go over back now to the EOJ with Kalisha.
Yes, Dion, we're almost at the finish line. 93% of all the boxes counted. And earlier, it's similar to what we saw in the previous update. The Jamaica Labour Party was leading by, well, it was 32-31 at one point, and now we're seeing it's back at 30 to 33. So the Jamaica Labour Party leading in 33 constituencies to the People's National Party's 30. An interesting one, Dion, that you pointed to earlier. We're going to go to it. We're seeing in St. Andrew West Central, the Prime Minister's seat. We're seeing the People's National Party's candidate, Paul Buchanan, leading in that seat. And we have 87 of the 105 boxes counted. So it's almost 82% completed. And we're seeing the People's National Party's candidate leading in the Prime Minister's constituency. And we're going to move over now to St. Andrew Northwestern, where we're seeing the People's National Party's candidate, Ethne Miller Simpson. She is trailing the Jamaica Labour Party's candidate, Dwayne Smith, in that constituency. Going down now to St. Andrew West Rural, where we're seeing, well, the Jamaica Labour Party's candidate, the incumbent, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn. She is leading in that constituency to 8,290 votes to the People's National Party's candidate, Joan Gordon Webley, 7,157 votes. Now, should the incumbent hold on to this seat, it will be the second time the Jamaica Labour Party has had 3 consecutive wins in that constituency in St. Andrew West Rural. And going over now, if the videographer could just come with me, we're going to St. Anne Northwestern, where we're seeing the People's National Party's candidate, Gabriella Morris, at 6,989 votes to the Jamaica Labour Party's candidate, 7,383 votes in that constituency. Final one, Dion, before I come back to you, in Portland Eastern, we're seeing the Jamaica Labour Party's candidate still trailing the People's National Party's candidate, Anne-Marie Vaz, 8,072 votes to the People's National Party's Isaac Buchanan, 8,290 votes. So as I said, we're almost there, almost at the finish line for this evening, Dion. 93% of the boxes counted, and again, the People's National Party leading in 30 seats, the JLP leading in 33 seats. It's back to you.
Thank you so much. Really important to get that kind of global picture of what is happening. 33 to 30, and you heard as well it seemed to have been moving a little bit up and down, but the latest figures there, 33 seats in which the JLP is leading and 30 for the PNP. Here's St. Thomas Eastern again. This is 2 boxes left to count, 126 of 128. And this has been declared now for Rosemary Shaw of the PNP. The incumbent Michelle Charles has lost this seat, 7,284 at this point to Yvonne Shaw, and the JLP's Michelle Charles 6,807. Here's Portland Eastern, 1 box left to count here. Isaac Buchanan, 8,290 votes. This is what Kelisha just read for us, but I wasn't sure of the boxes left to count. So we have 1 box left to count, in fact, in Portland Eastern.
Manchester Central.
Okay. Read from Aaron.
Rhoda Crawford, the incumbent, has held on to defeat Donovan Mitchell. She secured 9,035 votes to Donovan Mitchell, 8,861. So that's 1 hold in Manchester for the JLP.
Strong candidate, hard-working member of Parliament. She deserves to go back to Parliament. Rhoda Moy Crawford, one of Jamaica's best talent in the Parliament.
Manchester North Eastern and Audrey Marks has taken it, 7,652 votes to Valentin Wint of the PNP, 6,209. Clive Warren of the JPP, 33 votes. And it's tightening again in St. Andrew West Central, the Prime Minister's constituency. Paul Buchanan, 4,867 to Dr. Andrew Holness, 4,762. That's 50.5% to 49.5%. Trelawney Northern, and you have Tova Hamilton, the incumbent, leading Dr. Wickham McNeil, 7,408 to McNeil, 7,198, 131 of 146 boxes. St. James Southern, Nikisha Burchell of the PNP, continues to lead.
Completed.
Oh, in fact, I didn't see the tick. It's completed, so she has won it for the PNP. So that's 1 pulled back for the PNP from their last time.
Where it begins.
Well, my peeps,
St. James West
really tight
Central,
call.
71 of 106 boxes. Marlene Malahoo Fort, 4,193 to Andre Houghton of the PNP, 3,633. And Clifford Barnett has 15 votes.
I think what we're seeing is that the election is really down to the wire and it's still anybody's game at this point in time. I think what the major
You don't think the PNP has lost?
no, I think there are plays for us to there's 2 plays for us to reach at least at 32.
Okay. Feel like I'm listening to the Democrats watching the election and thinking that Kamala Harris still had a pass. Hillary had a
There's
pass.
a play for us, and I can see the play. Hopefully materialize.
You can see the path of
But
victory.
I think, yeah,
I
can
tell
see
you, I
the
hear
path
the
of victory.
Democrats.
Yeah, you were counting on Manchester Central, though.
But I guess we traded it for Central, St. Andrew.
Okay, here's St. Catherine, here's St. Catherine Southeastern here. This is 129 boxes out of 135. And we have the PNP's Alfred Dawes with 7,405 to Robert Miller of the JLP, 6,939. Casey and Radcliffe of the JPP with 64 votes. So 6 boxes left to count here. It's also one of those seats that the PNP had some infighting in.
Yes.
And the question was whether it would have hurt Dawes. St. Mary's Southeastern. This is 109 boxes out of 112. And we have the PNP's Christopher Brown having pulled ahead a bit now with 6,313 votes. JLP is now undone, 6,293. Mark Hutchinson of the JPP with 25. I am sure I heard Ron say this one was taken for the JLP. I'm sure I heard that.
I'm St. Mary Western, the chairman's seat.
No, sir. I'm sure I said the other one. But all right. St. Mary Western, 129 of 147. Bobby Montague, JLP chairman, with 8,182. Omar Wood, is this Woodbine?
Yes.
Of the PNP, 7,403. Chase Neal of the JPP with 31 votes. St. Anne Northwestern, 127 out of 135. Crystal Lee is holding on to the lead with 7,428 votes. The PNP's Gabriella Morris, 7,077. And here's St. Anne Southwest, 81 out of 105 boxes. The incumbent Xavier Main of the JLP, 5,561 votes. To the PNP's Danishka Williams, 4,104. Clive Edwards of the JPP with 30 votes. Go ahead.
PNP has taken Kingston Central.
Sorry, you have to talk louder.
This is showing that the PNP has taken Kingston Central. Let me see. With 100% of the boxes counted. It's
Okay, here we have it on screen. Steve McGregor pulled ahead. This is magisterial recount. 4,739 over Donovan Williams of the JLP. The incumbent 4,727. Swanee did the maths for me. 12 votes.
12, yes.
All right, this one is headed to a magisterial recount, but the preliminary vote shows Steve McGregor of the PNP, the winner. Garth Barnett of the UIC with 23 votes. And just to say for viewers and listeners that when you have these kinds of close results, as I said, it's inevitable the parties are going to ask for a magisterial recount. When you see like 200 or 50, that sounds like a small margin, but you're not overturning that in a magisterial recount. 12 votes they might be hoping to overturn. Clarendon Southeastern, Parnell Charles Jr., 94 boxes out of 144, 6,004 votes. Sian Barneswell of the PNP, 4,805. Sian Thomas, 38 votes. So Clifford, you start perk up again. You know, I'm looking at the scales on the two sides. Yeah, at which point one is up and one is down. Here's Northern Clarendon, 95 boxes out of 100. The PNP's Wavell Hines, 5,000. Okay, this declared for Wavell Hines. So the cricketer heads the parliament. So we'll have a cricketer and an Olympian, it looks like.
Yeah. No, well, Nether Soul is he played for Jamaica. He was another cricketer in Parliament years and years ago.
But I mean, even what's his name? Former PNP Gensec. His name is slipping me now. He's in St. Andrew.
Julian?
Julian. He's a former cricketer.
At the youth level.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Yeah. We're talking. Yeah. 129 boxes of 135. St. Anne Northwest, Crystal Lee continues to lead, 7,547 votes to Gabriella Morris, 7,242.
That's Liming.
Manchester Northwestern, 99 boxes out of 104. And this one, okay, Michael Phillips of the PNP, 6,687. Damian Young of the JLP, 5,516. And Tricia Stewart Angus, 36 votes. Okay, let's just give you this last one and then we go to the break. So this is nearly completed. So we can say Everett Warmington, this has been declared. Everett Warmington retains his seat. Let's go to a break. Stay tuned. You can hear some of the critical seats. We're still waiting to hear final results. We're back in a moment.
Yeah, my peeps, welcome each and every one, my peeps. There you have it. They are currently on a 1 minute break again. You know, it's still a close call, a very, very close one. So I think maybe, you know, maybe the next 20 minutes to a half an hour thereabout, you will maybe have a full idea who is fully leading, you know. My peeps is really a very close one. This year is not going to be a landslide in winning on both sides. You know, my peeps, welcome to the Taylor's family. You're watching the general election in Jamaica, my peeps. Yes, my peeps. So if you are not yet subscribed to the Taylor's family, please do so now. Remember to turn on the post notification bell so whenever we upload a video, you're the first to notify my peeps. So I see a lot of PNP and a lot of JLP coming a while ago, my peeps. So just stay tuned, my peeps. Just stay tuned and go on, you know, celebrate with the party same way, because it's really a close call. So none of us don't know what would happen, you know. If there is any more JLP or no PNP in the house, you can just, you know, put a flag or put whatever color you're representing. Yeah, my peeps. So welcome each and everyone. Simone, big up yourself. Really appreciate the support. And thank you so much for the super chat early on. Yeah, my peeps, so tell me who you're carrying, if is JLP or PNP, and tell me why you're carrying them. Alright, so early on, as I hear, if you're in the St. Catherine region, right, flow is currently under some, you know, maintenance work, because they stealed some fiber, you know. So if you don't have any internet in St. Catherine, that's the reason why they are doing some work right now, because someone stole some things from them, some fiber from them. Some peeps, welcome. Really appreciate you coming in. Just give us couple seconds. They will be back shortly. Welcome, my peeps. So let us know where you are watching us from, my peeps, and tell us which party you are carrying. Yeah, man. Alright, so JLP there in the building. There's any PNP in the building, my peeps. There's any PNP in the building.
So staying with us as we continue our live coverage of the 2025 elections. This is Vote 2025. Kalisha is at the EOJ headquarters. Kalisha, what's the latest?
Thanks, Dion. So far, 96% of all boxes counted, and we're seeing the Jamaica Labour Party still maintaining the lead. 34 seats for the Jamaica Labour Party so far, to the People's National Party 29. Going over back to our chart here, looking at the Prime Minister's seat, that's St. Andrew West Central, we're still seeing where the People's National Party's candidate is maintaining the lead in that constituency. 87 of 105 boxes to go, so we're still not there as yet, Dion, so things could change in that constituency.
So a lot of JLP in the building. There's any PNP in the building.
Rural, where the Jamaica Labour Party's candidate, the incumbent Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, she is still leading in that constituency, 8,290 votes to the People's National Party's candidate, Joan Gordon Webley. She is at 7,157 votes so far, 138 of 140 boxes right there. Now moving further to my right, well, we have some of the declared seats on top in terms of the Westmoreland Eastern, where the People's National Party won that seat. Going down now to Manchester Central, where just one box to go, and the Jamaica Labour Party is maintaining that lead in Manchester Central. Going over now to Portland Eastern, all the boxes have been completed, and the People's National Party's candidate Isaac Buchanan has won that constituency. Now, Dion, I will be providing some more updates shortly because we're almost, as I said, almost there.
Well, it's a labor right time
96%
come.
of the boxes counted. It's back to you.
All right, let us see
Thank you
now.
so much, Kelisha, and
Let us see,
really
cause
interesting here
none of the party
what
can
we're
celebrate as
seeing.
yet.
And let me check in with our politicals and see how they're doing. Clifford?
I believe that there's still, I think there's way for us to go, but regardless of how it pans out, I think the big sign that we're getting from the people across the country is that they want change. They want to see some form of change. I think
This is the spinning that has
and I see
started.
that's the signal that we're getting. The people want change. We're seeing it in the Prime Minister's seat, and we're seeing it across the country as well.
Consistency is key. At the start of the night, I said we'd win, and we're there. We're almost there. We
Well,
have,
one owner didn't have it right because the two of you said you were going to win. So, you know.
yeah, but it's clear, and when you look at seats, Rhoda Crawford winning, holding on to that seat. When you look at Xavier Main performance, when you look at Norman Dunn,
Yeah, man, it's tight, bad man, very close, very
Tell me what
close.
has surprised you.
A surprise is that Anne-Marie Vaz, it's a big surprise. I had Mrs. Vaz in my numbers. It's a seat I thought would have won. It's not to be based on what we're seeing so far, but that's a big surprise for me tonight.
Clifford, what has surprised you?
Manchester Central was a surprise for me. I think that's a seat that we comfortably could have taken. So seeing how well Rhoda played out, that was very much a surprise for me.
Okay. Is it that perhaps you misinterpreted or underestimated the kind of work she's been doing?
Yes. Well, I think in my head how I had it, or that her I guess win in 2020 was mainly because of how broken the PNP base was at the time. I thought at the time, Donovan may have done the necessary work to mend the fences in that seat. But I guess her being known to be a hard worker is enough to push her, or was enough rather to push her across the line.
There's Clarendon Southeast, 120 boxes of 144, and we're seeing Pernell Charles Jr., 7,617.
Close, bad man.
Cian Barneswell of the PNP, 6,832. Cian Thomas with 49.
Yeah, it look like Sir Angelo's is seat, yes, but you can't know that quite yet because some seat leave back, some ballot leave back, so you just have to just wait until them finish count.
So one of the Charles siblings remains in Parliament. Trelawney, Northern, we still have 5 boxes left. Let me see what y'all think about. Oh, this is...
Guys, if you're not yet subscribed to the Taylor's Family, please go ahead and subscribe right now. Remember to like the video, alright?
7,894 to the PNP's Wickham Hill, 7,746. St. Elizabeth Southeastern, 94 out of 109. Franklin Witt of the JLP, 8,000. Okay, I think 8,220, and Norman Scott of the PNP, 6,176. Raymond Dobbs of the JPP, 39.
Yeah, man, they're really close, man. They're really close.
St. Andrew East Rural, 129 of 137. Juliet Holness,
You can't even say yes, you know? It's a sure thing. Too close, can't call it.
Has 46 votes, and Purcell Jackson, 38. Purcell, I think. St. James West Central, here we go. Haven't seen this for a bit. 80 boxes of 106. The JLP is Marley Malahut Fort, 4,704. Andre Horton of the PNP, 4,122. Clifford Barnett, 15 votes. And St. Anne Southwestern, 86 boxes of 105. Xavier Main of the JLP, 5,837. Ganishka Williams, 4,280. Clive Edwards of the JPP, 30 votes. St. Anne Northwestern, 133 out of 135 boxes. And Crystal Lee of the JLP, 7,971 to Gabriella Morris of the PNP, 7,317.
Yes, Benjamin, a very close man. A very close call.
St. Mary's Southeastern. 1 box left here, and Norman Dunn of the JLP, 5,006. Let's start over. Norman Dunn of the JLP, 6,592. Christopher Brown of the PNP, 6,000.
Yeah, me hear say a lot of person will get for vote because of the new system what them put in.
26.
That may be the seat I was thinking of in terms of the third candidate. Perhaps his vote making the difference. We don't know which way it might have gone, but it raises that possibility.
Central Kingston as well. Because the independent in Central Kingston got 23.
Yes.
And there's a difference between Steve McGregor and Donovan Williams of 12.
Trelawney
It
Southern,
was-
26
they
boxes
say
of
rough.
96. Marissa, I feel like we've been stuck here.
Yeah.
Marissa Dalrymple Philibert, 1,787. Paul Patmore of the PNP, 1,486.
But if
Rough,
we could
bad
just
man.
pause on the counting, on the numbers a little bit.
Both
because,
JLP and PNP.
you know, coming into this particular election, what I had and what I've been sharing throughout the night with Clifford are the seats that the PNP had to take back to win the election. Southeast on the screen now is a weather vane seat. It has voted for the winning party for the last 5 elections, and it has given the nod in this instance to Franklin Witter retaining Southeast. I suspect a similar thing is happening in Southwest, which is the other weather vane seat where Floyd Green there is challenged by Miranda Wellington. And I expect the same out of Western St. Mary. We see the results here for Southwest with some boxes to go where Xavier Main is leading Danishka. So I had about 21 seats that the PNP needed to topple tonight if they were going to win.
Guys,
Here's
like up the
Western
video,
St.
like
Mary,
up the
other
video,
weather
like up the
vane
live stream.
completely declared for
We have
Robert
200 people in the
Montague,
house.
even though the polls going into this, some of them show that he was treading water. So he's beaten hometown boy Omar Woodbine.
So guys,
not by a
we are
lot
watching
because
the
he's coming
general
from
election
thousands, but he's won it. So
in Jamaica.
against the
It's really a
21 that I
close
think
one.
the PNP needed to
It's
take,
PNP and
so
JLP.
far they have taken
So it's really
only
close,
14.
very close.
So the 14,
Right now,
as good as those are,
JLP is just
they don't
leading
appear
by
that they
just
will
a
be
little
sufficient
bit of margin.
for
You
them
understand?
to win
So at
tonight.
this moment
Okay,
they
hold
cannot
that thought.
celebrate
Over to
because
Western Hannibal, where
it's really
Anthony
close
Lugg
call.
is on location.
Yeah, my peeps. So welcome each and everyone. Welcome. Let us know where you are watching us from.
And thank you so much. So I'm just outside the Watson Taylor Park here in Western Hannibal, where the counting is still going on over here.
I think me hear somebody will say them come from Atlanta. Big up yourself watching from Atlanta.
Talk to me about how you're feeling right now.
I'm feeling extremely happy at this time because I know that Western Canada is going back to the People's National Party. And I know that one by one of Damien Crawford said they are going.
It's still early days yet.
I know.
Counting has not finished yet, but why is it that you're so confident?
Because of the votes that we already get so far, we know that they're leading. You understand it all. I know that Heather Malley is going to be the winner for Western Hanover tonight.
All right, thank you so much. So as she just said, Heather Miller is going up against the incumbent Tamika.
We are watching from
Jamaica.
North Carolina,
We will be here on the
South
ground.
Carolina rather.
Situation. It's back to you in studio.
Bless up yourself,
All
bless
right,
up yourself.
thank you so much, Anthony Lawson,
Robinson.
for that. And as you can see, we have our reporters on the ground. And here you're seeing the numbers. This indeed has been called for Heather Miller.
South
Bennett of the
Carolina.
PNP. Let me see, there's 1 box left, but the numbers here, 6,969 votes to Tamika Davis's 5,859.
Alright, bless up yourself, bless up yourself.
JLP picking up 54 votes.
So guys, who you think gonna win the Jamaica
And we're
general
back with
election?
West End. Has this moved? This hasn't moved. This is the Prime Minister's constituency, listeners and viewers, and we've been...
This election is really a tight one, my
so
peeps.
we're,
Really a
of course,
tight one.
monitoring closely to see where it's going and what's St. Andrew West Central.
A lot of person
Remind our viewers
is
that
watching
we are
from
on a radio
overseas
as well.
in
You
America,
might hear us reading a lot of the results.
and they're still
The
tuning
Turnout
in
Southeast,
to see what's going on in this general election.
9,207 votes to Sian Barneswell, 7,770 called no for Pernell Charles officially. Had it been called before? Yes. Yeah? Okay. Okay.
And by the
So
way,
I think which one I haven't seen for a while is that other St. Elizabeth seat. But slowly,
that's northeast.
yeah, slowly.
Yes.
Slowly.
won that.
We haven't seen
Welcome
it.
each and everyone.
Yes. Was it declared?
I think so. Well, it hasn't come up for.
You could declare. By the way, it's particularly important because of what has happened with the telecom services. Many people are actually listening.
Watching
on
from
radio.
New York.
Right.
Bless up yourself,
So
watching
it's very
from
important
New
that we
York.
get these results.
Yeah. There we go.
Guys, tell us where you're watching from. If it's you're watching from Jamaica, you're watching from United States, England, wherever you're watching from, put it in the chat.
283. So this indeed has been declared for Jess of the PNP over Delroy Slowly of the Jamaica Labour Party. Who at
Okay,
this
you're
point
watching
has
from
polled
Canada. Big up yourself.
93. And Myrie of the JPP picked up 20, and Joseph Patterson of the UIC picked up 11.
Watching from
This is
USA.
a long-standing
Alright,
PNP
Gail, bless up yourself.
This is really just a rebalancing of everything with the
Kevin,
anomaly
welcome to the
of
live. You're watching
2020.
from
This
Canada.
is Kern Spencer,
Bless up
Raymond
yourself,
Price,
Robinson.
and then Evan Redmond. This
Robert,
used to be
rather.
a very strong PNP seat, so no surprises there.
I would say though, that I
South
think
Carolina,
one of the
bless
things
up
we
yourself.
have seen is,
Watching
the
from South
rebalancing you're
Carolina.
speaking of, sure, but at the same time also an indication that the voters can't be taken for granted.
No.
Look at Northern Trelawney, for instance, where we're seeing this. Has this been declared yet? Okay, Toba Hamilton, 8,062 votes. Wickham McNeil of the PNP, 7,788. So I take your point, Emily, but I also think that we are seeing a new generation of voters, and that seats that previously had been thought
Guys, really tight, my peeps.
Central Kingston is not
Really
going to be
tight.
anybody's safe column going forward. Declared now for Toba Hamilton, so Wickham McNeil, having traveled across Western Jamaica, wasn't successful in terms of getting back into Gordon House via Trelawney Northern. And again, this was a PNPC. This my point exactly.
This is a big victory for the Labour
Big
Party.
victory there, I agree.
Tova Hamilton. She won in 2020, and she's back. She's going back to Parliament. Hard-working member of Parliament. I'm very happy for
Welcome
her.
each and
Just as
everyone.
I'm happy
Welcome,
for
welcome.
Crawford and many other persons.
Okay, we in fact have Nikinsky Robinson, who is in Trelawney Northern. Let's go to her.
It's really a tight one tonight. It's very tight one. The election really sticking with peeps.
I'm now at the Trelawney Multipurpose Stadium in Falmouth, where the counting has been concluded for the Trelawney Northern Constituency. And the word that I'm getting from the election officials is that the seat was successfully retained by the incumbent member of Parliament who was seeking a second term as MP, Tova Hamilton. Now, she is the first female member of Parliament for Trelawney Northern, and she has successfully done so tonight from what we've heard. She was going up against the People's National Party representative, Dr. Wickham McNeil, who is a political juggernaut who's not new to the scene at all, and seated when he served as member of Parliament for Western Westmoreland in the 2020 general election. We saw very frantic and chaotic scenes here tonight, where even one of the Jamaica Labour Party supporters, in the height of their excitement and partying, she passed out and she was rushed to seek medical attention. We've not gotten any word as to her state right now, but we're hoping that she is recovering well. But now the place has been emptied out. The lot is really and truly emptying out right now. As you can see behind me, there's a huge Jamaica Urban Transit Company bus, and just before we started this video, we saw very long lines of traffic emptying out the lot, heading back onto the main road. So the polls have closed, the counting has ended, and it seemed to have been Miss Tova Hamilton from the Jamaica Labour Party who was first past the post tonight.
Oh. Watching from New York, JLP all the way.
And I was saying, I think this exactly makes my point. The The
You
parties
say
can
that,
no
oh, you
longer
mean,
afford to be complacent and think
oh,
of
yes.
seats as, oh, safe PNP or safe JLP seats. And I think that's actually great for the country.
New
great for the
Jersey, bless up yourself watching from New
themselves,
Jersey.
And overall, as I've been saying, great for democracy.
Yes, I agree.
Quite a few of the young women from the JLP who won in 2020 have been returned in 2025.
So I'll go and feed PNP
Hamilton,
them.
Rodney Crawford.
Crystal Lee.
Okay, here is Juliet Holness's seat now. St. Andrew East Rural, 130 of 137 boxes declared for Juliet Holness. So the former speaker holds on to her seat.
Yes.
If we can spend a moment and try and figure out what is happening in West Central St. Andrew, when it comes up on the screen, I want to see what is going on with the Prime Minister.
Well, I mean, the numbers hadn't moved.
Oh, yes, bless up yourself, oh, yes.
But when we get our update, it will move in favor of the Labour Party.
Guys, remember to like up the live, alright?
The numbers,
Right, so the same.
this is the same, that's what I'm saying. It's been the last 2 or 3 times it's come up, it's been the same. So I suspect the next time we see it, it will probably be completed.
Yes.
I know a lot of the time, well, I get nothing. I know a lot of the time,
That
the
is
people
why-
who are
that-
watching the counting,
And that is why I'm saying when it's changed the next time, you'll see party
Mixy,
leaders
bless up
of the
yourself,
actual
Mixy.
left.
I mean, what we have here is that northeastern, or what my side is saying, that southeastern St. Mary has been called for for Christopher Brown.
Yeah.
Simone, bless up yourself, Simone.
with your party people,
Well,
those
right
So,
now,
there it
right
is.
now,
Yeah.
Benjamin, bless up yourself too.
needed. Yeah? So,
But it hasn't changed from where it was before.
Yeah.
Right, so there's
So it's a show all the way, alright then, bro.
And so you are saying that
They're saying it's been called.
You're watching from Clarendon, alright. Bless up, bless
That's
up.
my understanding as well. By 12, I understand
another
how
one
Don
going
has
to
lost.
ministerial.
On a magisterial recount.
Yes. But we will see.
So whose column was that in for anybody?
That was a mistake for the PNP in my column. They needed to take back Southeast St. Mary. And they have, but again, I said, based on my count, it's still coming up a little short because of...
Benjamin, you come from Clarendon to bless up.
Yeah? So...
that's one of those cases, if indeed that win is confirmed, in which the PNP finally managed to take back a seat that has been with the JLP now for several terms.
Two. And they've taken
Cross
as
Road,
well
100.
the Southeast
Watch from Cross Road, bless
St.
up yourself.
Catherine with Dr. Alfred Dawes. That is also a big win. Robert Miller losing there, I think we already showed that. But again, when they did manage to wrestle Central Manchester from Modamoy, that's a big, really big win or hold for the Jamaica Labour Party. So you do take one there, but then you don't take the other, and the numbers just don't add up. Yeah. Marlene Malahoo Fort as well in West Central St. James. I think you were hoping to take that one. You may come up just a little short.
Welcome,
With that
peeps.
one,
If you're not
you know
yet
it's not
subscribed to the
officially
Taylor's family,
completed in
please
terms
go
of
ahead and
counting,
subscribe to our
but
channel,
we shall
alright?
see.
Okay, let's just since you mentioned that, this is the latest we have from West Central St. James, 82 boxes of 106. The JLP's Marlene Malahoo Fort with 4,788. The JLP's Andre Horton 4,192. Clifford Barnett 15 votes. We'll go to a break. We're back with our live election show in just a moment.
Clifton, bless up yourself, Clifton. Yeah, my peeps. So yeah, man, it really close at this moment. As I can see, really close at this moment, my peeps. Really tight. So at this moment, JLP can't celebrate quite yet, and PNP can't celebrate also. You know, because all the ballots do not count as it. You know, so my peeps, Trust me, it's a really, really tight one, a really rough one. You know, like when you play bingo, right? And I really want one number for call for your bingo. Yeah, that everybody did wait for celebrate with their party. Yeah, my peeps. Okay. Watching from America. Alright. Bless up yourself. Bless up yourself, my peeps. Yeah man, it really tight, really rough no. You understand? So, you know, whatever party gonna win this election, I just pray that them have a vision for Jamaica we can make Jamaica better. Because as you know, living in Jamaica it's not easy, you know, and you know, even for find food and even like now back to school, to the book list alone make parents head hurt them, you know, for look for lunch money, to send their kids to school. You know, it's really rough in Jamaica. So we need somebody with a vision, you understand, where can give us a better tomorrow for the future generation. Yeah, my peeps. So if you're not yet subscribed to the Taylor's family, please do that now. You know, we love and appreciate you all coming and watching Jamaican general election. So 2025 general election. So give us 1 minute, my peeps. They'll be right back with some more information. Yeah, they will be right back with some more information to let you guys know what is going on. You know, it's really a very close one, and you know, we just have to keep our fingers crossed. Whatever party you are celebrating for, you know, keep your fingers crossed, and you know, see what happen in the end. Exactly. Whatever, any one of them have a better plan, you know, that's okay. As long as them have a better plan and have a vision for Jamaica, that's okay. Yeah, my peeps. So if you're not yet subscribed to our channel, just go ahead subscribe. Remember to like this live stream if you're not yet do so. Alright? Yeah, my peeps. So just give them at least a couple more seconds and they'll be right back with some more information what is really going on, because guess what, you know, guys, is a really a very close one, you know. So guess what, JLP can celebrate, PNP can celebrate, because it's really a tight one. And yes, JLP is leading by a little margin, right? But them cannot celebrate as yet because all of the ballots them do not check, right? Some peeps, yeah, just stay tuned, my peeps. So they are back now, my peeps, they are back. So listen up, my peeps, listen up.
Thank you so much for staying with us. You're watching TVJ's live coverage of the 2025 general elections in Jamaica. So let's just take a moment and bring you up to date with everything that's been going on. I'm your host, Dion Jackson Miller, and with me, Earl Moxham and Emily Shields from the RGR Gleaner Communications Group. Also with us, we have Ron Walsh. He is from Young Jamaica, an affiliate of the Jamaica Labour Party. Clifford James with us as well, from the PNP-YO, the youth arm of the People's National Party. Jamaica's parliament has 63 seats. Now, in the last election, 2020, the Jamaica Labour Party had won with a landslide, relegating the PNP to only 14 seats. So in this election, which party would get 32 seats first and would therefore form the government? And the last count we had got from our reporter who is at the electoral office tracking was 34 seats for the, here we go with the national count. Now I think these are the declared seats, the completed seats, if I'm correct. 29 for the JLP and 28 for the PNP. The last
guys, this is a very tight one.
Was that the Jamaica Labour Party was leading, we had been told, in 34 seats, and the PNP leading in 29. So there are a few critical seats that we have still been watching. And here we have St. Mary South East, and the PNP's Christopher Brown has taken this with 6,642. He has defeated the incumbent Jamaica Labour Party's Norman Dunn, 6,631, and that is an 11 vote.
Very tight one, trust me.
Well, pause on that because
just 1 second. Mark Hutchinson of the JPP pulled 26 votes.
I'm almost sure this is the second time for an 11-vote win in St. Mary, Southeastern. Didn't Dr. Winston Green win by 11 over by the same Dr. Norman Dunn before? So this is interesting. We'll also head to a magisterial recount, but on the night, each of them having the 49.9%, but just split by 11 votes.
All right, we're still stuck on this, but just to remind our listeners as well, the count that takes place on election night is a preliminary count. Now, after tonight, then we will have what is called the final count. At the end of the final count, the parties then have the opportunity or the chance, if they wish to apply for what is called a magisterial recount, which a parish judge would do. Normally you do that when you have a very small margin, and I was saying a little bit early on in the evening,
my peeps are really tight, my peeps, really tight.
100 might sound like a very small margin, but you're not going to get that overturned in the magisterial recount. That is when now the parties are going to scrutinize, and the judge would scrutinize every single ballot, and you start to get arguing over where this X was marked, and if this ballot was invalid, and if this one was discarded and should not have been discarded. So there is a process that is going to be put in train as soon as tonight's preliminary counts are over. Here we have Trelawney Southern now, box 44 of 96, Marissa Dalrymple Philibert with 2,823 votes.
My peeps are really tight.
PNP's candidate Paul Patmore, 2,608 votes. Just a reminder for our viewers, for our listeners, you'll hear me, all of us, we are here reading out the counts. That is because we are live on not just radio, but also not just TV, not just the internet, but also radio. So we are accommodating our radio listeners as well. And we thank you all so much for being here with us, wherever it is in the world you are joining us from. We know we have a huge following in the diaspora. We're happy to have you here with us as well. So that one, that still looks like only about 50% gone there. And I know we had heard that Paul Patmore was
likely to do well.
Yes, but we'll see what happens when the final numbers come in there. I would ask you, Earl, is there anything that has surprised you?
Yeah, my peeps are really tight.
No, I expected it to be very close, and therefore I'm not surprised at how close it has turned out to be. I think for many persons, the fact that with 18 boxes left in West Central St. Andrew, that the Prime Minister is, at least by what we have seen, trailing at the moment. But there are still 18 boxes to go, so he could very well, bring it home still.
One of the things our listeners and viewers will have heard throughout the night is you will hear one of the panelists saying something like, it depends where the boxes are coming from. So in other words, you might have one candidate leading in a particular constituency, but if the boxes left to come in are coming from a stronghold of the other party, then you could see that result turn inside out. And that's basically what it is we're kind of seeing happening throughout the night. Sometimes you see the seesawing of the votes going between the two candidates. A lot of the times that's what's taking place. Okay, so now the issue in relation to what happens as soon as this is over, as we've said, the the party that is declared the victory. We're going to be declared the victor. We're going to expect to hear because, of course, viewers and listeners, we are going to be with you until the end. So we are going to be waiting to hear whoever gives their victory speech, whoever gives their concession speech. And we were talking the other night, Earl, about a night, in fact, when there was no concession speech.
Yes, and that was 2007. I think it was 2007. It was that close, and the Prime Minister.
Yeah, my peeps, it's really close, really close now, my peeps.
Conceded that night. They were awaiting the.
Welcome each and every one, my peeps.
But by the next day, it was clear that the JLP had won.
Because of the JLP, we'll win tonight again. So,
Well, we.
So they all actually prepare two speeches. We hear you have to have two speeches, or our people just come out and talk.
Well, I wouldn't know, but I'm sure that the leader of the Labour Party would have prepared one speech because from the get-go it was clear that Jamaicans would choose Jamaica, and we're seeing it tonight.
Okay, you never stop. You don't stop. You don't stop. Clifford, come.
Are they choosing Jamaica? Because from what I'm seeing, the PNP has gained massive ground in this election, regardless of who becomes the Prime Minister. I think that's one thing that the PNP should tap on his shoulder.
This is a sport, right? This is a sport. You have to have a winner, you have to have a loser. Tonight, you're the loser.
And clearly, the most honorable Jonas would not be the winner in this situation.
Well, it's a shower all the way.
Labour Party to victory.
Alright. There's any PNP in the building.
The previous seat, which kind of went fast.
Crystal
Lee
and Nishko.
Right, declared
Nishko
for,
Williams.
there we go, declared for Crystal Lee of the Jamaica Labour Party. 8,050 votes to 7,488 for Gabriella Morris of the People's National Party.
Right.
Gabriella Morris had been
Yeah, my peeps, it's really a tight one. Really tight one, my
so
peeps.
this looks short this time around.
This means there's no change at all in St. Anne. The PNP went in with Southeast, which is their bastion. They've held that. This is Lisa Hannah's seat.
Welcome each and everyone. If you're not yet subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe. If you're not yet like this video, please go ahead and like it.
Old seat has been held by Matthew Samudo. St. Anne Northwest, Crystal Lee won that in 2020 and she has retained it. Fought off the challenge by Gabriella Morris. And then St. Anne Southwest, that's the Xavier Main seat that he has also held, that particular one. So there's no change between 2020 and 2025 in St. Anne.
So here's the question now. So let's assume.
Welcome each and everyone. It seems like they have some technical difficulty at this moment, my peeps. Yeah, my peeps, at this moment, guys, trust me, it's a really tight call at this moment. We don't know who's gonna win as yet because, you know, the call is too close. Too close, my peeps.
Just for argument's sake.
And the party to decide, I suppose.
Yeah. Emily?
Yeah, there are a couple ways that I will look at this. I keep saying that
Yeah, my peeps.
2020 was an
Really a tight
electoral
one, my
anomaly.
peeps. This election,
It still is in
really
many
a
respects.
tight one.
So that what has emerged from 2020
So my peeps, if
is
you're
that the
in
people are
Jamaica,
willing to
right?
re-elect
If you're in Jamaica, what where in Jamaica you are now, you can put it in the chat wherever you're in Jamaica, put it in the chat now and tell me how the community is behaving right now since as the election is so tight and so close. Let me know, you know, how the community is like right now. If they are celebrating or anything.
And the PNP,
Yeah, my
they
peeps.
shouldn't be so swift to seek to discard him because they're coming from a point where Dr. Peter Phillips was perhaps deemed to be anyone who could
Welcome,
not
welcome
take
each
the
and everyone,
PNP
guys.
to where the PNP is at this time.
And a lot of people hadn't thought Golding would be able to cross the line at all.
Right.
Can I just jump in on you and say that I'm hearing that the official
Let me know
voter turnout
wherever
has
you
come
are
in
watching
at
in Jamaica,
38%.
what it is like in a community right now, if there's anybody celebrating or what's going on in a community. Alright, my
And
peeps?
I certainly, based on the crowds I saw and the anticipation, I thought we were heading to a
Right.
55%.
So be a laborate
turnout.
people in the
So I
building.
don't
What the
know
PNP people
what
in
has
there?
gone wrong, why so many people have not, but that is something we said we should study again, as we said at the start of the program.
May I take you back to the question of Mark Golding's future in the PNP as leader? We have got to the point now where, so he's 60 this year.
So welcome each and everyone.
This incoming administration, he would then be 65. I think more and more voters are not looking too kindly in the Jamaican context at someone taking the reins of government heading towards 70. And I think that might, despite what I said earlier, it may be one of the things that they will consider when deciding whether to stick with the leader
So everybody
or seek a younger
is
person
sitting
to lead them
tight
forward.
We're going
to
back
hear
to UJ now with Kalisha.
the last result, my peeps. It's really,
Thank
really
you so
tight,
much,
my
Dion.
peeps.
So we're almost there. 99% of all the boxes counted. And what I'm seeing behind me, the latest figure, just refreshed, the People's National Party leading in 30 constituencies, the Jamaica Labour Party leading in 33. Now, I'm going to tell you the areas where we're still waiting on all the boxes to be completed. St. Andrew West Central, 83%. The People's National Party leading in that area. Going down now to St. Andrew East Rural, the St. Andrew East Rural, where the Jamaica Labour Party is leading in that constituency. Trelawney Southern, 78% of all boxes counted, and the Jamaica Labour Party is leading in that constituency. Moving over now to Clarendon Northern, 97% of all the boxes counted, and we're seeing where the Jamaica Labour Party, well, is trailing in that constituency in Clarendon Northern.
Yeah, my
We're
peeps,
going
welcome.
down well.
So
I
some
think that
community
is in
are celebrate.
terms of the progress report for all the constituencies so far. So we're waiting just on a few more constituencies to go. We're seeing where Trelawney Southern, that's the one where we're having only 70%, just over 70% of all the boxes counted in that constituency as well, Dion. So, well, we're seeing another change, Dion. I tell you, the things can change quite quickly here at the ECJ. I'm seeing now where the Jamaica Labour Party is leading in 34 constituencies, and the People's National Party is leading in 29 constituencies. And as I said, we're almost at the finish line. It's back to you.
Thank you so much, Kalisha. Great work that you have been doing for us throughout the night. And as you're saying, the just about an inch there from the finish line. So the whole issue now, in terms of the
So welcome each and everyone, my peeps. Welcome. If you're not yet like the live stream, go ahead and like the live stream. So maybe the next 5 to 10 minutes, you know, we're gonna get the final result and see who win the general election.
Again, this suggests that neither party is exciting the electorate beyond your narrow base. If we can't even get to 4 out of 10 registered voters deciding to come out to vote. So I'm not sure where that leaves us or where we're going with this project we call democracy.
By the way, despite all that has been said tonight about the individual performances of MPs, one wonders what impact the last minute promises in terms of
all right, Benjamin.
etc.
Yeah, I mean, you say I celebrate.
Where, you know, somebody's decision.
You're not going on your bed yet, of course. You have to celebrate for your team, yes. Benjamin, who you say I carry? PNP or JLP?
That's one of the things that that the polling numbers that we had been getting, when I
Boy,
looked at
this
the
election
dates
is
that the
very
posters
close.
were in the
Very,
field,
very close.
so many things happened after that.
So it wasn't tracking with those.
Yeah, in terms of debates, in terms of the announcement, in terms of the, you know, the, even the manifestos in some cases being released and what was happening. So I always felt that those poll numbers weren't going to give us a really indicative sense, but as Don
Yeah,
said,
peeps,
his
stop this.
polls had indicated that we
Just
were
like
going to
this,
see a
like the live,
correction
guys.
in
Like the live.
and I think there's been a
If you
lot
just
of
enter in the
attempt to
live,
try and
please remember to
discredit
subscribe to the Taylor's Family
RTR Green and Don and the
YouTube channel. And we appreciate you watching the
But it
Jamaican
was always going to be a close
election.
in my view. And I think the context is so important.
General election. Come on,
This is
guys.
the first time
Feel
ever
free
that a Jamaica Labour Party
to be a
government
part of the Taylor's family.
is facing
It's really
the
a very
possibility
close,
of a
very
third
close
term in office.
call, my peeps. Trust
And
me.
on top of that,
It's just come like you play bingo and you want your number for call.
boxes of 105
Really close.
in the Prime Minister's constituency. He's now ahead here, 5,387 votes to Paul Buchanan of the PNP, 4,904. The 93 boxes, so that is 5 and 7, which is 12 boxes left to count.
disciples.
Never in doubt.
No,
Never.
I can visualize Desmond Mackenzie wiping the Prime Minister's face with the change in the set, because that must have been a moment. Paul Buchanan did say he's going to unseat Andrew Holness, and he has come pretty close, but things are changing. Yeah, Trelawney South. I think we had a look at that before.
Declared.
Welcome
Yes.
each and every one, my
Reverted to
peeps.
the norm.
That was
In terms of
expected.
expectations.
That is Marissa Dalrymple with the bird. She walked out the parliament, she resigned, she went back, she won the seat in a by-election. They call her Mama down there for good reasons, Mama D, and she's back.
She has delivered
Yes.
once again.
But I'm saying the context of this election is that it's an historical first for the JLP, and there is a third term syndrome. As we look at West Central, St. James,
Welcome
where
each and
Margie
every one,
Ford
guys.
is leading with 91 of
So as I know,
106 boxes
in
there.
Jamaica
She's leading
have a
Dr.
general
Audrey Norton,
election.
5,157
So we're on the last
to
leg now, my peeps. The
4,710,
last leg, my
for
peeps.
Andre.
So
So you're
they have
battling
couple
that
more
third term syndrome,
um,
and for all of the
ballots to
kitchen
check
sink
and
so
count.
forth that has been
So my
thrown
peeps,
at
just stay
Andrew
tuned
Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party,
and we'll see
one
who
really
win
shouldn't be able to recover
the
from
general
that
election
and to
in
even win a
Jamaica.
third term with all of those conditions prevailing. So I think when the history books are written, there are a lot of pluses that have to go to the JLP, a lot of pluses too to Mark Golding for bringing back the PNP from near virtual electoral dead to making them reclaim some of the seats that they lost in 2020.
I think we're seeing live pictures here of the JLP headquarters.
Yes.
So we're waiting to go back to the headquarters and to hear what's happening, of course, as soon as the various leaders are
Yeah, my peeps, to soon get some more results, my peeps.
And by the way, if indeed the turnout for this election is only 1% above 2020, it also says something about the significance of the PNP's move from 14 seats last time to 29 or thereabouts this time. It would seem, therefore, that the PNP has recovered a significant portion of the vote.
Welcome each and every one.
Because when you looked at the numbers, you know, between 2016 and 2020, yes, the voting was down and people are saying COVID and so on. But when you looked at the actual numbers, the PNP had lost 127,000 voters and JLP had lost
Thank
only
you guys for
28,000.
liking the live
And
stream.
as I mentioned, there were some constituencies in which JLP actually managed to increase its vote count.
Guys, and if you're overseas, if you want to donate to the channel, you can send a super chat, super sticker, and also we have PayPal if you want to support the Taylor's Family YouTube channel. Alright, my peeps?
And I think a story will have to be told as well about this comeuppance with the 3rd of September. Because it was the 3rd of September 2007, 3rd of September 16?
2016, yes.
2020? 2020 rather.
2020.
And now the 3rd of September 2025, which is the first.
And we get ourselves into a cycle where every 3rd of September
Is probably, we're talking fixed election day, but it will be the 3/3 of September for the first third term for the JLP.
just to say this seat has now been declared for Prime Minister Andrew.
As expected, as expected.
You did say that.
As expected.
Very good run, Mr. Buchanan. Very good run, Paul Buchanan. You did promise
Yeah, man, Paul Buchanan going good,
came
man.
pretty close to that because I didn't
Paul
even look at
Buchanan
percentage
going
in
good.
my calculation because I thought
Because
it
me
was a
think
done
Andrew da lose
deal.
him
So
seat.
he's done well.
He do really well.
Everybody ready to come see them? There has to be a
I
point,
think
you
it's
know.
not. I think regardless of who becomes the prime minister, who walks into
That's a yes.
government as government, the PNP has done amazing tonight in many different ways. Coming from where we were at with 14 with our broken base, and the part that was in ruins. I think Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell has done well in bringing back the party and has represented what the PNP is to the Jamaican people, and has sold the PNP to many people as well. Because as I said
Mackenzie, bless up yourself,
the whole
Mackenzie.
country in general has signaled that they want some sort of change. Whether it is from the MP level or whether it's from the national level, they want to see some sort of change.
But still with only 38% of the vote.
There are various accounts for that, like the mishap with today and the growing.
So guys, it's a really a tight one now, my peeps. They're still checking, counting, same way. So it's really a tight one.
What has happened since 2016 until
Sorry, hold on. The voter turnout doesn't support that, you know. Because what you have is
So welcome each and everyone. Really appreciate you
2%
watching Jamaican general election. So we're waiting for the last leg of it. They're still counting, my peeps.
Now, when I did the math in 2020, when we had about the same voter turnout, when you actually looked at how many people had voted for the party in power, which is the JLP, it was actually only 20% of registered voters.
Kedisha,
And because
welcome.
the voter turnout is so low, you're essentially a minority government in terms of support from the voting.
So welcome each and
public
every
as
one,
a
my
whole.
peeps.
So it's one thing to say, yes, we won, but surely it must be sobering. So that's why I'm taking issue with you saying this is what the people wanted, because in fact it's a minority who have put you into power. I know it's winner takes all and first past the post.
Yeah, I agree, but at the same time, it is the persons who come out to vote. Yes? So what we have...
No, stop right there. That's the point, you know.
What
Listen to
I'm
what
saying-
you just said. The persons who came out to vote, most people didn't. So what that means is that most people didn't want either of you. So what does that say about how you relate to them and how you relate to the country?
And that's where I'm going.
Okay.
I think that is what we have to do as political parties. You know, we have to engage. We have to find new strategies to engage the Jamaican people. And that
So
is
you say
something
4
that
more
we,
years in the parliament.
political parties in the country will have to start to look at, because
For the Labour
it cannot
right.
continue at
Thank
37.
God.
I think it was about 37 point something last election, and now it's at 38.
Alright, Benjamin.
In
37.85.
1993, I believe it was 60%.
Mackenzie.
Thereabout. So it has
60.28, yes.
60.28. So
But
Where you say Mackenzie, the JLP win by vote?
If people were not electrified for this election,
Why?
Hold on, stick a pin for me.
I don't
Let's
know.
go over to the JLP headquarters.
All of them by vote. All of them. Look how you are going on my peeps.
Thank you very much, Dion. The mood here at the JLP headquarters shifted a bit earlier when they saw the numbers of Paul Padmore in the Prime Minister's constituency when he was leading a bit. So the numbers shifted a bit. I'm going to speak to this supporter. When you saw the numbers shifted for the Prime Minister's constituency, what was going through your mind?
I mean, I wasn't devastated by that. If you recall the last election, when the count started for the Prime Minister's seat, he was also trailing. So if you look at the historic count of that seat, you see that the Prime Minister is always trailing, and then in the end, he became victorious. So tonight was no different for me, because I understood what happened at my first time in an election. So while he was trailing, I knew that in the end, the Prime Minister would come home. He is our one PNP, he is our broker, he is the helm of the Jamaica Labour Party. So there could not be a third term without an Andrew only. So once we But we knew that we were winning the third term and we only had to win a seat.
Were you always a JLP supporter?
Yeah, well, from the time I started following politics, I became a JLP supporter because I vote based on policies and not family lives and traditions. I'm not a die-hearted corporate or a die-hearted JLP. I vote based on policies and the history of Jamaica's politics as well. So the JLP has always been better in terms of managing the economy. The JLP is founded out of for the working class. I'm a working class. I'm looking forward to climb that corporate ladder. And the JLP has statistically in history done better for working. I had to support it.
Right, and very quickly
So
before,
guys,
because
it's
we're
really a
not so excited to
close
talk about it,
call.
your name and which constituency you voted in.
So my name is Ramon Bradshaw, and I voted in Eastern Section. It's not PNP fair seat, but I still exercise my right to vote.
Thank you so much. And as you can see, Dion, the party-like atmosphere has started again here at Belmont Road, and we'll check in with you later.
Thank you so much, Andrew. So let me just go back to the voter turnout issue and give our listeners and our viewers a sense of where we are coming from. Just to remind you, you're watching TVJ's live coverage of the 2025 general election. I'm Dion Jackson Miller. Thank you all so much for staying with us across the platforms, on radio, on TV, on YouTube, on onespotmedia.com. Those of you here at home and those of you abroad, we are happy to have had you, and we hope you continue to us. We're taking you right till the end of tonight. All right, so if we just look at the later years, because we know, earlier and all kind of things that go on. So if we look at from 96, let's choose 97. That was a 65% voter turnout, right? 2002, we were down to 59%. 2007 was 61. 2011, we're at 53%. 2016, as I said, the first year we fell below 50% with 48%, and 2020, 35%, and now 2025, 38% voter turnout.
So welcome each and everyone, guys. It's really a tight call, same way. Really tight one, same way, peeps. Yes, JLP is leading, but we still can't call it as yet, because seat is still there,
What is the campaigning? It's under the point, orange and green, and make noise on the campaign
that not
trail.
yet count,
It's fun to watch.
finish count
It
rather.
really is. But for people who
So guys,
are
remember
not inclined
to
join in the carnival and
subscribe to our
the
channel.
songs and whatever, and want serious engagement.
Remember to like
What's that?
this live stream.
For people who are not looking for that, I have not seen either party making any serious attempt to address to pull in everybody else.
But let me try and respond to it. I don't know the answer to all of that, but the numbers can't be quoted in a vacuum. When we were at 1997 with 65.22%, there was 1.1 million voters on the list. In 2002 with 59.4, there was 1.3 million. In 2007 with 61.4, there was 1.336 million.
Mixie,
For whatever reason,
bless up yourself,
in
Mixie.
2016, we jumped to 1.8 million people on this voters list. 1.8 million in a population of approximately 3 million. And in September 2020, we're at 1.9. This election, we're
Bless
at
up yourself,
2.07.
Smith.
Where so much people come from on the list when we have 3 million people in Jamaica? Is the list completely clean of dead people? And are there dead people on the list who can't make it? And so the voter turnout will never be larger than it is, because we have a ballooning list for hundreds of thousands of people that we need to double check. I don't understand it. And the reason
Alright, so nobody now win yet. We still are wait for the last part.
I have been watching
So far the
elections
JLP
since
is
1980.
a bit
This is the first
ahead
election
of the
I'm
PNP,
seeing such
but we still
fervor
can't call it
and
as
energy.
yet, because
Every
they're
man
still
and them
counting,
Every
so,
animal in the house energy.
whatever team you are cheering for, just continue and celebrate until they finish count, I made the best team win. I'm just a prayer so whosoever win, can, help Jamaica to be a better country. Because guess what? Jamaica is really rough. Jamaica rough, So, yeah. Yeah, man, a really close call, man, I tell you, man. A really close one. So welcome each and everyone. If you're just hopping in, you know, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're not yet subscribed to our channel, please do so now. You know, so far the JLP is a bit ahead of the PNP. So, you know, we still can celebrate, you know. We still can celebrate because they do not finish count as yet. You know, the PNP will come ahead same way, them still have a chance. You know, so guys, just stay tuned. They will be right back. You know, welcome each and everyone. Neil, welcome each and everyone. So if you're just hopping in, welcome. You're watching the general election in Jamaica. Welcome, my peeps. So they will be right back, my peeps. They will be right back. Just give them 1 minute and they'll be back. Alright. Welcome each and everyone. Welcome, my peeps. Welcome. Welcome each and everyone. Guys, they'll be back shortly, guys. Gail is still there, Gail. Alright then, Gail. Bless up yourself. So they'll be back shortly, my peeps. Just give them less than a minute. They'll be shortly coming up. So welcome each and everyone. Welcome, my peeps. Welcome. So far, you know, the PNP can't celebrate as yet. The JLP cannot celebrate as yet because it's really a very close one. So whatever team you are cheering for, my peeps, you know, they are not finished count the boxes, you know, the vote, but you know, stay tuned. I think by the time they come back, they're supposed to finish count, you know. So just give them some time, my peeps. I know everybody supposed to really, you know, hanging on and wondering if their team gonna win, you know. So just hang on, guys. They'll be back shortly and you'll hear more information what is really going on in this general election in Jamaica. Yeah, my peeps. So if you're not yet subscribed to our channel, please do so now. Remember to like this live stream. Welcome each and everyone. If you're just hopping in, alright. Bless upon yourself. So this one is really tight, my peeps. Really tight. So by the time them come back, we're supposed to get some information, you know, who win this general election. Yeah, Gail, nobody now win quite as yet. We win. Alright then, Gail, my hero. So welcome each and everyone. Yeah, so they will be back shortly, my peeps. Alright, they say they're coming now, my peeps. Just give them a minute. Yeah, my peeps. So far it's really tight one. But we just pray for the best. Whosoever gonna win the general election. Yeah, my peeps. Alex, bless up yourself, Alex. So we're here just waiting for them come back and let us know who win the general election. So I know that everybody is really anxious to know. So just give them less than a minute, my peeps. They're coming up right now, my peeps. Welcome each and every one, my peeps. Welcome. Welcome each and every one. So they will be back shortly, my peeps. They will be back shortly. Just give them some minute. Yeah, my peeps. So you know, so this is the last leg. They have to check properly to make sure, you know. Stay tuned, my peeps. Stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned for the final leg, my peeps. Just stay tuned, my peeps. Sir, they're coming up. Yeah, my peeps, you know, so everybody anxious, you know.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay, so you are watching there a live feed from PNP headquarters. You can see that the president of the PNP, Mark Jefferson Golding, is getting ready to speak. As soon as he starts to speak, we'll go back. Let me just remind you, you're watching PBJ's live coverage of the 2025 elections. And with me all night, I've had from the RGR Gleaner Group, Emily Shields, as well as Earl Moxham. And with us as well from the PNP YO, we've had Clifford James and Ron Walsh from Young Jamaica, the affiliate. Let's go over to PNP headquarters.
Comrade General Secretary, comrade officers, all the comrades on the platform, all the comrades in the audience, all the people of Jamaica who are listening, watching. First of all, I think it's my duty as a believer in democracy to acknowledge and concede the result and to congratulate our opponents, Jamaica Labour Party, for their victory tonight.
I'm very disappointed in the outcome. I think it is only correct to expressly acknowledge
Alright, so
the
as
success that
I
our
hear,
opponents
guys,
have managed to gain today.
JLP win.
I want to
So Labour right
thank
win, guys. Labour right
a lot
win.
of people. And first of all, I have to thank the comrades and supporters of South St. Andrew for for standing with me, for coming out today in their numbers, and for giving us a decisive victory in the constituency, which I have the honor to serve. I also want to thank our campaign team, led by our campaign director, our general secretary, Dayton Campbell, Dr. Dayton Campbell. Also, a newly minted member of parliament. Congratulations to him on his victory in Eastern Westmoreland. And all the other members of the campaign team who worked with him. There are a number of names there. I don't want to attempt to go through all those names because I'm going to probably forget somebody and then I'll regret it. But they have done a tremendous job. The communications team, I want to thank them publicly for the work they have done. And that is a night and day kind of job. Starts very early in the morning and goes on till late at night. So their commitment to the task at hand is remarkable, and I want to thank them deeply for it. All of our candidates who ran in this election and their campaign teams, I want to thank them for their effort, for their commitment to the country, to the democratic process. I want to, of course, congratulate the 29 who have been successful tonight, and we have more than doubled our number of MPs tonight. And for those who were not first, and they still committed themselves extremely well. And I want to say that this was a wonderful demonstration of the maturity of Jamaica's political process, that we could go through such a closely fought election without any violence to speak of. And, we must all give ourselves a round of applause. In our homes,
Some peeps. Some peeps. Yeah, JLP win.
Who led that process to where it is today.
Oh, guys, I never realized I don't know here. Sorry about that. So I was saying that JLP win the general election, my peeps. JLP win the general election. So congratulations to the JLP. The PNP did a awesome job by trying their best, campaigning and everything. So congratulations to the JLP. If I am sure, yes, the JLP has win, so I'm sure. So if you realize the last information that yes, Mark Golden was congratulating the JLP by winning the general election. So my peeps, remember if you're not yet subscribed to our channel, this now is the time to subscribe to our channel. I really appreciate you being a part of the Taylor's family and watching the general election in Jamaica, my peeps. So subscribe to us now. I'm gonna end the live. So wonderful win by the JLP. Wonderful try by the PNP. Have a wonderful night, my peeps.